I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
What I did last night was legendary.
Episode
705.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Mattio!
Cuz-a-roo.
Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubber Nation Cousin-Roos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the show that is your gateway drug to the Dabbleverse. I'm your host, Carl, and with me for this very special episode, she's been making the rounds and also going on a lot of podcasts recently. From Once Over with Kaylee, it's Lucy Tightbox.
Never been happier.
Producer Chris is here as well.
Hello.
Hopefully Anthony will be swinging by. Mary Beth Johnson's going to make an appearance. Yeah. Mary Beth and I sat next to each other at the comedy show Friday night. But before we get into that, go to whoarethese.com. Get our email address, voicemail number, link to our subreddit, link to our Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and that link to Patreon and Supercast featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every single month. And you can watch the show live when it airs every Saturday afternoon. Also, if you go to patreon.com/whoarethesepodcasts, you get all the other bonus stuff that we do over here, like my appearances on Drew Lane every other week. Get that right to your RSS feed, as well as episodes of Point Dabble Point and This Little Piggy that we host on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. I convert all of that to audio so that you can listen like it's a podcast, like it's the olden days of listening to podcasts. We keep that going for you. We're not YouTube exclusive. Hackamania 3 is coming up. We're all going to it. Are you going to it? It'd be crazy not to go to Hackamania. Hackamania.com is where you can go to get your tickets and also see the entire lineup. It's a 3-day event this year. Shows happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be rolling in on Thursday the 9th and flying out Monday the 13th. So we'll be there for a bit, and we hope to see you there. Promo code WATP, save 10% at hackamania.com. It's April 10th through the 12th in Las Vegas. Can you imagine not going to that? How embarrassing that would be.
I've suffered enough FOMO recently,
right?
You know?
Yeah, there's like people who didn't go to New York this past weekend. It's like they must feel like dumb idiots. I can only imagine.
Don't miss out.
So yeah, you don't want to miss out on Hackamania. That would be really lame. Also, we encourage our listeners, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you review podcasts, and then shit all over us in the comments section. You can support the show today by using the Super Tip system, supertip.gg/WATP. Participate in the show, and we do appreciate that. I went and saw Stuttering John perform live this past Friday, and I'd like to talk about that because I don't think it went the way people thought it was going to go. A lot of people predicting John wouldn't show up, the show wouldn't happen, and then when it was packed with people and sold out, it seemed even less likely that the Duke would want to show his face in that environment, but he sure did.
I totally lost that bet.
He sure did show his face, and what a star-studded event. Let's start with there before we get into the clips I have. Because what I want to break down for us today is how John's performance went, and then showed you just how delusional he is by letting him explain how he thinks it went after we all saw exactly how it went. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, here's a little tease coming up. The thing no one's talking about is Keanu's bomb of a set, and I have all the clips. She fucking bombed. It's
She's
hysterical.
Gotten very lucky. That everything else was a nightmare.
No one's talking about Keanu. I am. I recorded the whole thing, and she is terrible. It's amazing.
Good old piss face.
I did get to talk to Piss Face.
I thought you were going to say, I did get to Piotr.
No, she did not give me permission for that, but we're trying to mend our relationship, as you can tell with the segment that I'm going to do.
I can't wait because I was wondering. Everything was, all eyes were on John. That's all I heard. Every clip I saw, I'm like, how were the other sets?
Right. How were the other sets? Well, a lot of things happened. A lot of people have talked about this. Let's talk about the star-studded cast at this place, at Rodney's, this past Friday night. No Filter Paul was there. Big A, Big A, I think, is in love with me. He was staring at me the entire time at the comedy show. He
Big
just
A
turned
was
around,
so much
stared at
fun.
me. High pitch Eric was there. I call him low pitch Eric because he lost his fastball. Tokyo Glow was there. If you don't know who Tokyo Glow is, there's an action figure of me jerking off over my right shoulder here. It's been up there for a few years, ever since the Largo event that we did a few years back. And Tokyo Glow made these jerk-off figurines for all of us.
Yeah.
You have one. Tukey got one. The list goes on.
I was very impressed by all of them.
And she made the trip up to New York from Tampa just for this show. Yeah. So that's very cool. Of course, Brian Johnson and Mary Beth, who we'll see momentarily. Kevin Brennan was there with Stevie Lou, his handler. Bob and Gina Levy. FKA Mammy. Ray DeVito was there.
Who's that?
I don't know. Ray DeVito's so funny. I'll tell the stories later. It's funny. I talked to him for a bit. Who am I missing here? There's so many celebrities in the house.
There were so many people. It was almost hard to keep track.
Vince the Warrior.
Of course.
Zennhauser.
Zennhauser was the boots on the ground that I was watching from home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zennhauser came and picked us up from Sullivan's and drove us to the club. It was very nice of him. Raper Butt was there. Anthony Cumia was there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Probably mentioned that. So it was a star-studded event. And somehow, the way the show starts off is Anthony hops up on stage and brings John onto the show, which I happen to not be in the room for that. I was just outside of the showroom, and actually I was right behind John when this was happening. So I missed the beginning of what happened, and then I hopped up and got to talk to John a little bit as he was being brought up by Anthony, which I'll get into that in a moment. But first, this is John getting brought up to the stage.
I don't think there's ever been an occasion where there was an entire crowd of people that literally despise the comedian that's coming up. Don't give him any shit. Let him do his act. Ladies and gentlemen, Stuttering John Molina. Are you ready?
Now I ask, does that sound like a hostile environment? It is electric.
Yeah.
People
I can
are
feel the love from here.
so excited to see Stuttering John. They wanted him to perform his act. This is what people have been waiting for patiently. Well, not that patient. A lot of incidents happening leading up to this. But
watching him remind me of Kurt Cobain going on some award show that came out, like people had heard about illness or whatever. He's in like a wheelchair and like playing it up. That's what I was thinking of. He's doing like an old version of himself getting to that stage.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, very methodic, slow walk up, no expression on his face.
Yeah.
This image was captured. John nervous standing next to the stage.
Glad I'm wearing my Depends.
Well, you notice that Anthony said, guys, we're not here to heckle. We're here to enjoy the show.
of
Like
course.
he literally was just like, let's bring up the Duke. And everyone went nuts. The dumb MC had to grab the mic and introduce him again
It's so dumb, and you couldn't hear him.
for some reason.
And thank God no one heckled after that.
Wow. John's his own worst enemy. This photo of John, though, someone was having a little bit of fun with this in Reddit. And they made some different ads out of it. So this is John standing meekly next to the stage. Struggling with ED, you're not alone.
I am alone.
Supporting special needs, every person deserves respect, care, and opportunity. Is alcohol controlling your life? He's standing with his jacket in his hand and his beer. When you're estranged from your children, you're missing out on more than you know. It says on his head. Oh, very funny
A
stuff.
true win.
Dabbler's Anonymous rules.
Do you need to learn about your children from the Dabbleverse? Get some help.
That's right. So as I was saying, I was standing next to John when he was being introduced, and John's going to talk about that on his show from yesterday, so I'll address what he says at that time. But this is how John starts out his act with 170 people going nuts, losing their minds, excited to see the Duke entertain them.
Oh, God. At approximately 11 a.m. on Saturday, December 19th, 2015, Nassau County Police Dispatch received an emergency call regarding a domestic disturbance at the Rossman Heights
John's so proud of himself in this moment.
Are they still booing Keanu?
They should be.
What an angle this is. You could almost see the poop falling out of his butthole.
The unknown comic.
Yeah, I know. He's holding up the paper in front of his face. So the crowd turns on him immediately. Yeah. And rightfully so, because he just starts reading the arrest report or the news of the arrest from Anthony from over 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Old fucking news. Anthony addressed this many times on his show. He was gone for a month to rehab. He talked about all of this stuff. You're not embarrassing Anthony with this. This is nothing new for anyone. And so everyone's just like, oh, no, he's going to do this. And actually didn't Zennhauser tell us this is what he was going to do?
Yeah, people predicted this. Well, I mean, he was saying it, but nobody believed it.
Him and Ava were talking
Nobody
about
believed it
on the show that he would do this. And it's such a bad move because people were there ready to laugh and have fun.
Yeah.
And when he decided, like, there will be no fun to be had, that's when I was like, fuck you. Mm-hmm. A lot of people traveled pretty far and a lot of last minute bookings and things. So I imagine it wasn't cheap for people. And they get there and we want to hear the squeegee bit, which, did you see the little smirk on his face? We're going to find out that John doesn't realize why people want to hear the squeegee bit. He thinks it's because they think it's funny.
Wait, it's not?
Spoiler.
Yeah. It's a really funny thing that happens on his show the day after this. All right. So then John's going through and he's reading this police report, and Anthony's like sitting right across from John. He's just a few rows back. And the people are there.
Center stage also.
Yes. The people are there for one Anthony Cumia more so than John's nonsense.
He reportedly smashed Anthony! Do you right?
Yep.
So Anthony's standing up triumphantly, pounding his fist, and everyone's chanting his name. And just a little teaser for the future of this very program. We'll have Ava talking about what a bad night this was for Anthony.
Yeah, you can tell how distraught he was.
It's really going.
He looks terrible.
It's going horribly for him.
What do you think's going through John's mind at this exact point?
Dude, I can't tell anymore. John's so delusional that I can't tell if he like had to spin that the next day to pretend that it was a win, or if he's really thinking that he's winning while this is happening. It's impossible. That's why I love John. It's impossible.
They're
no
yelling
one thinks like him.
Anthony, and he's like, "Yeah, for me. Yeah, for me."
Right.
I think that
Let's go,
he
Brandon.
can spin that fast to stay alive.
It's the let's go Brandon phenomenon.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. God, and then he's reading out the police report, and he pronounces like Danielle's name, Daniel Brand.
He does good with that.
Oh, he's so stupid. He's so bad at this. And yeah, nobody cared. Nobody in this room is going, wait, what happened? Everyone knows the story.
Guys, quiet down.
And nobody cares.
There's someone talking.
No one cares. I talked about about this for 10 years. The medical examination conducted following the arrest confirmed a severity.
You know, this whole thing where John thinks it's an interesting entertainment program to read court papers. Yeah. I hope he remembers that.
I would like to point out that everybody says I'm very boring when I do that. This is not a good idea.
And you have boobs.
I know.
And it's boring.
He has boobs too.
Marge,
Come
turn
on.
the channel.
I am just saying that it's pretty crazy. If John thinks that he can embarrass Anthony with this, he cannot. But there are things in legal documents that are very embarrassing for John that we will be reading from a stage someday in the future. And I look forward to that because this kind of sets that up. Like, oh, this is what you consider good content, is trying to embarrass.
Well, you're in luck, pal.
Yep. We have lots of good content then, especially when he brings up his family members in some of these court documents. It's not going to be great.
Awkward.
It's not going to be great. This is kind of a funny line from a heckler.
Mr. Kumia playing a publicly admitted on the show to biting the victim's hand, saying he was pissed and out of his mind. Good one, boss!
Good one, boss.
The biggest laugh of the night.
Yeah. And listen, I don't promote domestic violence, but if there's anyone who's ever had it coming, Danny Brand was a real fucking piece of shit. And so the chants that are going on during this performance were fantastic. And John was on stage for 10 minutes. This is only a 10-minute long show. He's supposed to be headlining for 35, I think, something like that. People pointed out that the staff had to scramble because the show ended early. They're like, we haven't given anyone their checks yet so they can pay for their food and drinks. By food, I mean popcorn. What, is that all they served there was popcorn?
That was all they had. And not a single person threw popcorn at him, which was shocking to me.
That's a good point.
People were eating the popcorn. They were very excited about it, I think.
So the chants started early and often. This one was the most brutal one.
Of the underlying by pleading guilty, Mr. Cumia.
I mean, they're going to spin this into a win, which is the wild part about all of this. John's only real son changed his last name to his stepfather's name, pretty much pushing him out of his life forever. People are chanting his son's new name as he's performing, and John's going, I'm killing it.
I'm doing so
I'm
good.
embarrassing.
Oh, is he here to see me?
I'm embarrassing Anthony right now.
Did he walk in?
He could have been. It's a train ride away from Harvard. He could have come down to see his pops perform, but I don't think he was interested in that. So that's rough. That's not great. And if he would have been doing his act, this would not have happened.
No, absolutely
it's
not.
because John thought he was going to be Andy Kaufman, and he's no Andy Kaufman. You know, there's not.
Yeah, or Lenny Bruce.
Well, I was listening to Blind Mike this morning. Lucy, you were on with Blind Mike, and I think maybe you brought up the point that could there be this weird hypothetical future where we look back at this and actually this was a big moment for John?
Yeah.
Like we look back and you're like, well, based on how things turned out, actually this was the moment that really changed the trajectory. And no, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
The crowd is chanting Oscar Turner at him.
As he's doing this.
Yes.
As he's doing
getting
this.
clowned right to his face in the way that we know bothers him the most.
Yeah, the crowd is putting on a show in his stead.
That's
While
exactly
he's sitting right there.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
The chants and what will happen at the end of his show are the show.
Yes. So this is kind of funny because Anthony even said, let's not yell at the stage. Let's not heckle. Let's John do his thing. But now he's being forced to respond to what John's doing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
God bless him.
Look at John is shaking. Now this is the other thing that we're going to hear that John was like all confident and killed it. It's courageous, but look at his hand here.
Rupert Pumpkin, everybody! Rupert Pumpkin! Hold on. A 6-month Rupert Pumpkin!
Man, he's lost it. He's completely lost everyone. None of this is working. It's just turning the audience into the show, is what he's done here effectively, which is the last thing you want to do. And here comes another chant.
Do your act! 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 Do your act!
They love me.
They love me so much they wanted me to do my act. It's so funny. Here's another chant that I was having fun with.
Show people how funny you are, dummy. Spoke about role, alcohol, playing in the incident, stating alcohol, and I had a very long, very successful relationship until it
Deadbeat dad.
That one was probably my favorite.
That was very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, Anthony even pointed out there, like, dude, I had it all ready for you. I had the room going for you. He also packed the room for him.
Yeah.
Like, Anthony's put all of this in front of John. Like, here you go, man. Here's the best show you could possibly have. And John decided to throw it all away because he has no idea what he's doing. He let the audience take over and be the show. Nothing he did was effective at all.
Roasting people would have been a better idea than this.
I loved what I think it was a chatter on Blind Mike said this morning. If John came out and had some self-deprecating jokes, was just like, talked about shitting his pants, or something like that,
would have killed.
And then if you turn that into, and look at Lady K over there, look at that queer boy, and then like people go, oh, okay, that's cool, that's fun. Look at that, just do it over there.
It is fun.
It's actually what we did after the show. I don't know.
He could have done that, and he decided not to, because he has no comedic instincts. He's an idiot, and so. After 10 minutes, the show ends, and this is Tommy Jordan, who is, man, they told people not to film. Tommy Jordan had a whole fucking setup on
He had lights. He
had lights in the stand and everything set up, and he's moving it around the room to get different angles and shit.
Not a single person stopped him.
No security here was bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this is the show ending here.
So slow to react.
So now he's got his arms up. He's looking for applause and it's not coming.
Your kids are bad and slow. Thank you. You suck! Get the fuck out! Whoa! Bye! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
And it's just like your kids abandoned you. Tommy Jordan rips up the pages that John had printed out.
Well, I guess I'm off the hook.
Yep. So that was, he got to end the show. Here's a little bit of a better angle because the person filming this from the front row was turned around looking at Anthony and Zennhauser talking when Tommy came up on the stage. So this is from Dabbleverse Anonymous, the side angle where we can actually see how this went down. John tried to put up a fight there and hold on to the papers, but Tommy did wrestle them away. Now,
I paid for that.
A lot of controversy on what Tommy Jordan did. I believe the rule of thumb is to never run on the stage during a performance. I think that's, as a guy who performs on stages, I would say, yep, I agree with never running on stage, please.
This was a totally different beast, though.
Okay, explain.
It was a totally different beast. John wasn't doing anything.
Right.
Somebody had to do something. That was the whole point of the chance. That was the whole point of Tommy Jordan ripping up the papers. Do I support him doing that? I don't entirely know, but was it more entertaining than anything that John was doing? Yeah.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not mad at Tojo for doing that. But
we could have had 4 more minutes of John reading from pieces of paper with them covering up his face.
So we go to Comedy Carlson a lot. And if there's someone heckling or even just talking loudly for too long, security gets involved.
Oh, yeah.
And they get the person right the fuck out of there.
God bless Jake.
The fact that no one talked to Tommy at all. The show ended. Right. No one even approached him like, hey, man, you got to go. Or, you'd think he'd get kicked out.
He brought a camera crew and then got on stage.
Yeah. Like, he should be trespassed for life from this place. No one said boo to him. They're just like, did you pay your check yet?
Yeah. Can I get you anything else?
Have you had your 2-drink minimum?
So then Anthony goes back up on the microphone as John is leaving the building.
Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy!
You hear the MC. Thanks everyone for coming out. Everyone's screaming pussy boy at John.
I probably should have turned that mic off.
Oh, it's very funny. Do you remember Lucy, the announcer before the show started?
I was just going to bring that up because that truly was one of the most funny moments of John's set, which was before any of the other comedians actually even went up.
Mm-hmm.
The announcer comes on the microphone, not even on the stage, if I remember correctly.
Right, no, off stage.
Off stage.
Yep.
And says, welcome everybody. It's going to be a great show tonight. And the room starts clapping and is very excited. And the announcer goes, and that's probably the most applause that we're going to hear all night. Definitely more than Stuttering John is going to get.
Yeah. Like they're roasting John before the show started.
Never heard
it was so
a
funny.
comedy show like that ever before.
That was
insane.
very funny. Loved that. So, okay, that's what happened. That was John's show. A lot of other things happened. We'll get into some of it. I know you've been hearing other shows talk about it. I want to play John's response. 'Cause now that we just saw everything that happened, I want to see how John decided to address this the next day, the next afternoon. He came on streaming live for about an hour to address this all. But first, there's people being very generous. Supertip.gg/WATP. We appreciate that. Anonymous says, John having a gun threat was made that much credible with his school shooter vibe pre-stream. The John having a gun threat was made much credible.
That much
credible with his school shooter vibe pre-stream, talking about his bullies and who have it coming, pre-training at the gym, and this is it tone of it.
Thank you, Anonymous.
What? Sean with $5. Thanks, Sean. Good to see you. Sarcastic weed head.
Bucky, I can't believe you have the cojones to show your face after my W on Friday night. Madison Square Garden just called me about booking a whole weekend after that genius set.
Where the fuck is the regular John voice? By the way, I'm the best sidekick since Kevin Eubanks, and I want a raise, or I'm walking. I'll take the 1/3 of WATB. Super chats being left on the table.
I'm rich.
And $0.
This is how I find out about this.
Anthony is the fucking man. Smack That Fruitcake was the only person who said anything funny on mic and sent slobbering Juan off with a pussy boy chant, Carl, I'm done with your lame ass.
Hey, you assholes know my OCD doesn't allow me to do my act in front of more than 12 people. My dramatic read was slow because I saw 4 of every word. The crowd loved me. I win clubfoot. Skull.
Well said. Beef Drippin's coming in.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Carl. My dad died the same day as John's career. Talk about cathartic. Next Beef Tips show, we have the Rodney that fell down the stairs. Hopefully he didn't lose too much fluids.
That's excellent. Sorry about your father. I didn't realize he died in 2008. He said the day that
Yeah. We got it.
Sorry about your father. Beef Drippins. Check out the Beef Tip show. Gonzo coming in. I've never had more FOMO than Friday. Even my boyfriend High Pitch was there. Sad skull. Yeah, Gonzo, you missed out. High pitch was there. The Mud Shart coming in. Had a blast at DabbleCon 2.5 at Rodney's. My son was so happy to see all of you. He snagged a piece of page 4 of SJ's manifesto. Mentioned Kumia followed Macy Williams on Insta. Kumia signed it for us. That's awesome. It was so cool talking to you. He's bringing up the next generation of dabblers. The Mud Shart is. And yeah, there was some memorabilia for people to get and get signed. Bobo coming in.
Jesus Christ, Carl. Don't punish us because your affair with Lucy was exposed. Move her mic and show us the goods.
Never. Definitely not. Bubble Popper 24. This is for asking KB where his Ooga Booga wife is. It's so funny that there was a legit viral moment that is making the rounds outside of the Dabbleverse. And I just happened to be yelling at Kevin about his wife at the time. And he had the noisemaker and the mandolin thing. We could talk about that more. But yeah, I did ask him where his Ooga Booga wife was. And Blind Mike today was like, I heard Carl said a racial slur or something. Was he out of control? What's going on? The Creep Op channel coming in.
His instincts as a performer are dog shit. They wanted to see his act, and he robbed them of that. Only 4 minutes? I would not pay him. Sad part, I can't tell who reads arrest reports worse, him or me.
Good point, Vinny. Very good point. The Creep Off tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Vinny had a disastrous show Friday night that he's going to tell us all about.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I hope I'm not spoiling anything, Vinny. But the message I got from Vinny is that he was fired in the middle of his show. So I can't wait to hear what happened with that.
What's the biggest lose of Friday night? Then?
Yeah,
Jeez.
seriously. So I guess we'll find out on the Creep Off tomorrow, 1 o'clock on this channel and the Creep Off YouTube channel. You can stream it live.
I've grown as a person. There's no irony in nearly being arrested for assault moments before my previous assault arrest report was read out loud. I hit a man this time, not a woman. Hero of the show.
Okay. Nancram coming in with $100. Thank you very much for that, Nancram. Thanks for doing that on Super Tip because we do get more of that. Nancram says he found the biggest rake, stomped on it, and reaffirmed Anthony as the hero. Hi, from somewhere over, how do you pronounce that?
Sioux City.
Thank you. Thanks for entertaining me on a 5-hour flight. Nancram, thank you so much for the $100. We do appreciate that.
Miss Judy was there chanting, ching chong, ching chong. Stuttering John's daughter wants a dong. But no one could hear her on account of her warbling goop throat.
Why don't you lay off the Asians?
Every time. The reply guy coming in.
How bad were the comics? The biggest laugh came from a heckle about the MC surviving cancer.
Yeah. The comedy was bad. It was so bad. We'll talk about the Rodney Dangerfield tribute act. I don't know what that is.
It was incredible.
Ugh. Connor coming in. Just got here. Has anyone mentioned his Michael Jackson's hand movements before walking outside with Lou? How about when he really did leave, his Ministry of Silly Walks audition? We have not mentioned that yet. The trying to fight Stevie Lou thing was so awkward and weird. This whole thing where John's all excited because he's like, I'm the tough guy at the Dabbleverse. Like, no one's there to fight, idiot. It's a comedy show. There to watch comedy.
I specifically wore this jacket to rip it off in anger.
Everyone was there to watch comedy except for Kevin Brennan, who was there to play with his noisemaker toy.
Yeah. He's getting really good at it.
Yes. Viking Copper became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for that. So did Real Bosch Boston. Thank you for becoming a member of this YouTube channel. Go to the post page for all the bonus stuff that we put out. Chris Baldessano coming in with $5 says, it was a true pleasure to see you both and meeting Lucy. Well, life is all downhill from here. Until next time, kudos and love. Love you, buddy. Good to see you.
It was so great meeting you.
Sad Doused Reviews. Piano new member, thank you very much. Polly Q Pete. When's John's Allentown gig? I got FOMO.
I think
Friday,
this upcoming
right?
Friday. And there will be a fair crowd there. I'm
Well,
aware of 3 humans.
Doug from Good Times. Hope he doesn't mind me saying this. Doug from Good Times, Great Movies, and Manny Muskets, and also Tony from Hack the Movies are all planning on going. And maybe others. Not Cupcakes became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for that. I miss old Howard Stern. The line of the night was when Stuttering John started taking off his jacket and Anthony yelled, he's got a gun.
That's great.
Oracle 808. John makes Beetlejuice look like Carl Sagan. Maybe he should have tried to write some new material instead of rambling into his webcam night after night. You think?
That would take work.
He's the laziest man ever. That's why he loved this idea that Ava had, because it's the laziest possible idea. He could have written roast jokes and roasted the room. People were writing them for him and sending them to him. They had to memorize them and actually deliver them correctly.
Pronounce them, yeah.
Make them funny.
He could have brought up a piece of paper.
He could have. I would have been fine with that. Dan Varney, who is the MVP of this channel. He is the executive producer for all of February for WATP. He says, hello all, Carl, Lucy, and Chris. Rip this idiot a new one for his crap performance. Will do, Dan. Thanks for being here, buddy. Tone Cott. Damn it. I was clean and sober from the Dabbleverse for over a year. The debacle on Friday night made me relapse. Yes. Come back into the drug den. We're all in here, buddy. It's going to be fun.
Carl, you're a good friend.
No one's going anywhere. I got a line for you right here. Carl, it was a pleasure to you guys in AC. The ghost of Mr. P. Oh, yeah. I remember the ghost of Mr. P.
Yeah, we got to meet you very briefly.
Yeah. Totally hungover.
Wait, who was hungover?
All of us.
Everybody was fine.
Well, no, that's not fair. Andy was still drunk.
Andy was still drunk. I think Mr. P was drunk too. I won't say what time it was. James Q. Legend gifted a Who Are These Podcast membership. Thank you very much for doing that. Brando says Kumia won't get away with betraying blind Mike. Oh, yes, he will. Stop it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He's betraying. Kumia's betraying me, so it's all good. ND Irish fan says, saying that Anthony discussed his arrest on his show is not a defense. It's a pointless statement. Anthony is funny, but Red Bar has his number. All right. Your point is noted. 0 to 60 sub 2. Carl had the line of the night. Where's your Ooga Booga wife? Thank you. I had no idea there was going to be a viral moment going on. I was just like, oh, Brennan's outside. I should go talk to him. Beef Trippins.
What should I say? Ooga Booga.
Carrie had a better prom from John's New York City comeback. Yeah. BCT. Narcissists are delusional, perpetual victims who create their own reality. John really thinks he's winning. He's incapable of self-reflection. Yeah, I know. It's a personality disorder. It's what's so fascinating about it. That's why I'm here for it. A sorcerer says, cover your face to pretend you're invisible. That's what John did. Put the paper up over his face. Skill rules today. John has said many times he doesn't get embarrassed. He never exhibits an ounce of shame or humiliation. And look at his life. Yeah, embarrassment is an important part of life. Yes. It makes you course correct. Neelax, he's literally hiding behind the paper. Not a good performance. Ice Cube and my iced tea. He said all the ladies were drooling over his new physique. What say you, Lucy?
Yeah, I was soaking wet. It was great. I was drooling more than he was.
You were sitting next to Zen, though, so that might have been
yeah, that was actually the problem.
Chris Primer, comedy clubs love this. Big win for the Duke.
Oh, yeah, right.
They had a good night, man. The show started late. It dragged on for what seemed like forever because of some of these comics.
They probably sold a couple drinks.
They did. They would have sold more. Oh, my God.
They could have sold so many more drinks.
Remind me about the first beer I purchased when I got there. I'll tell you about that later. Cool Cut Casting. I hear Iran's YouTube got copyright drone striked. Is that true? Eki Mugen. I'm amazed Rehab didn't become a champ. It was only a 10-minute show.
Yeah, there wasn't enough time.
Right.
We would have gotten to all of them. Big old boss.
Woody from Syracuse. I'll never forget when Richard Pryor read George Carlin's arrest report for disorderly conduct. Hey, Miss Lucy, great hanging with you last Tuesday.
It was great seeing you too, Woody.
Derek. I actually felt bad for a sec. Just kidding. You can't feel bad for him. We packed a room for John. We did everything we could for him. Pest Out West. Ant-Man handed John a sold-out crowd and an intro. And into. John still fucked it up, just like every other undeserved opportunity he's been given. Big time L. Yep. That sums it up very well. This is kind of a microcosm of his entire career. It's like, here you go, John. Talented people will give you everything you could possibly need to succeed. Take it away. All right.
Big time love. Thanks for the big time love.
You're demoted. Sorcerer says, I don't think this was planned to pursue a goal. It was to combat what was anticipated. Much, much worse can go through someone's mind in fear alone. Sorcerer, that's too deep for me right now. Come on, we're laughing at jerks over here.
Not to absorb.
Evans Gate says, funniest heckle was when he pulled out the envelope. Dang Lizard, as we all know, people wouldn't say these things to his face because they're all cowards. Oh, Maybe you should have done his amazing one-man show. That's the thing. You know, John likes to say that all keyboard warriors and no one would say anything to his face. And then a lot of people start saying a bunch of shit to his face and he ignores it because it doesn't exist and declares a victory.
And it was a win.
Yep. Alan talks. How is he not getting sued for breach of contract? I don't know what the comedy club thinks about this. I know they had low expectations for his performance.
Yeah.
They must have. The announcer before he went
Said it wasn't
on
gonna be funny.
said it wasn't going to be funny and we weren't going to laugh.
Adam Davies. If only John had been reading off his phone like a normal person in the 21st century. Evans Gate. Longer Stuttering John on stage equals funnier heckles. Tommy's wrong. Oh yeah, that's true. We could have kept John on stage longer. Would have been good. Ludak says, John had such a great opportunity to redeem himself if he just went out there and made fun of himself and laughed with everyone. No shit.
Yep.
By the way, he would have taken the power away from all of us.
Yeah.
If he went out there and just started making fun of him, and not his normal, like, I have stinky feet and what else did he say about himself? I forget.
Hung like a jalapeno.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. Like, no. Let's really address what's going on here. If he would have done that, if he would have talked about,
what happened to the Q&A?
Yeah, he knew that was a bad idea. I had some cues ready to go. Isaiah Cruz says, did Kumia punch a guy after the show? No, it was before the show. I don't think he punched him. LG Guado. And by the way, if anyone asks, I was not a witness to that. And I'm saying that because I do not want to be a witness to that. please.
Further questions.
Yes, please. If the police are watching, don't bother contacting me. I have no information. Mexican Jew with $5 says, Friday night was insane. Thank you, Carl and Lucy, for being so cool. Skull. Yes, we were hanging out with Mexican Jew.
Carl, you were being cool?
Quite a bit. The rumor is I was wasted.
I heard.
I was being helped out of the bathroom by Poker Mike.
Yeah.
At some point.
Classic Carl.
I'm so wasted, I don't even remember that happening. Someone said I puked or something. So one thing I don't do is puke. GZ Doom Guy said he didn't even get into the classics such as ya fucking. The prick didn't even stutter once. No.
He was too nervous to stutter.
He did not stutter. And it was pointed out that I was like sitting next to Lucy and it would have been very easy to be like, ya fucking, or, any random dudes hanging out in the crowd, Anthony and his buddies.
There were so many good jokes. Again, I was sitting in between you and Zen.
Mm-hmm.
All he would have had to do to win over the crowd is go, are you three fucking?
Yep.
That would have been hilarious.
I mean, great. People love that.
She is.
Yeah. Damn it.
Carol Dillon. Carl, I've been here since the start. I'll never learn. As much as I despise Stuttering John, I felt sorry for him Friday. But then he was worse than ever last night. Yeah. If he would have come on and just been like, I'm what the fuck, guys? Like, that was uncalled for, the way I was treated or something. People like this, not me, but Carol, would be like, oh, come on, we've gone too far. But instead, he just declares victory, and you're just like, okay, fuck this guy all over again. Tex Hula, Friday was such a fun time to be a Dabbleverse fan. Thanks to all. I agree. Had a blast. WTP, the Varney Army has your back. Thank you, Dan Varney. Thank you for being here. Rick from New York. Hey. The only way to show that show goes better is if he pulled an Arba Dwyer right after a skull. Tojo didn't yank the paper soon enough. Hashtag Ibis for life. PL says, Carl can't pronounce Sioux City, but laughs out loud for Ching Chong Ching Chong. Sad state of affairs in the Dabbleverse. FK Mammy, great seeing all. Glad we experienced together. Yes.
Good seeing you, Mammy.
Good seeing you, Dee Dee. James Q. Legend, SJ has 5 roast jokes just from looking at his kids.
Not bad.
Not bad. Daniel Hudson says, who bombed harder, John or the Ayatollah?
Oof.
Okay, I see what you did there. The Tommy Jordan, did I do that? Hi, Lucy. You are too damn sweet to ever be sour. Stole that from the playa, Jake Hudson.
Smooth.
Did you fuck Tommy Jordan?
I fucked everybody.
Jesus
God.
Christ, Lucy.
Are you fucking?
I'm fucking.
What number was Tommy Jordan?
I don't want to answer that.
Gary Babcock. I think I got to tap out. Too much delusion for me. And it's a lot. it's a lot to process in your brain when you watch how John responded to this awful performance. Aaron Brown. Tommy ruined everything. TSN, WTP, NLO, and Tukey, Potato and Tukey and Kumia said, let him do his act. Please remove him. I remove my cap to say, hello, Kaylee.
Oh, hello. Also, Aaron, you sent me an amazing package of bourbon and also a custom once over with Kaylee glass, and I appreciate it so much. I cried when I opened it.
And remind me to talk about my Cooey dolls from Pop Sculpture before we end this thing, because those are fucking amazing too. But Aaron, thank you for the support. Tonecott says, February has provided us 2 great performances from Puerto Ricans, Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl and John at Rodney's. Such pride. Yes. Puerto Rico represent. Oliver Hernandez has been a member for 31 months and wants to tell us about it.
Mm-hmm.
And nostalgically.
Perfect.
So this is the end of the Dabbleverse. It's just the beginning, my friend. It is just the beginning. Okay. We got to get into how John handled everything that he saw and what went down. And for that, I think I want to bring on our friend Mary Beth Johnson, who was at the show and watching all of the comedy shows. What's up, Mary Beth?
Hello.
Hi.
So Mary Beth and I were sitting in the back because we got seated. So we went in. It was me, Lucy, Raper Butt, Brian, and Mary Beth.
Yep.
And we wanted the 5 of us to get seated. And I thought it'd be like seated at a table or something. No. Loose wooden chairs across the back wall is where we got seated. This place was a dump. It sucked. It was so uncomfortable, and our seats kind of blew. But we had fun for the most part.
Okay.
see what was going on. So I'm sure you watched John's response to this, right, Mary Beth?
Yeah, I saw some of it.
Okay. Well, let's see the first thing John says as he's streaming the next morning after what we just witnessed.
Oh, winning, owning. The Duke has balls of steel. And no matter how you slice it, you fucking loser haters, I have a pair of balls. Maybe Pinky should get a pair.
Okay. So I don't know why he goes after Kevin Brennan. I do know why, but that's his first thought. But yes, so he is declaring total victory. He's saying that that was flawless for him. And I'm like, okay, please explain this to me, because I can't understand how you turn that bomb of a performance into a W. Let's see what he says.
Even though they hate me, they're so excited to see me. I'm not talking about a little bit of excitement. They are like as if Superman just walked in.
What I love about that is John's such a child. Yeah. He doesn't think like the President of the United States or Brad Pitt.
Yeah, or an actual comic.
Right. No. Not Shane Gillis. No, it's Superman.
Yeah.
This was my Disneyland.
a made-up character.
No, a superhero. John's like, people who responded to me like I was a superhero. Yeah. No. Well, definitely not.
Yeah. Superman didn't just walk into clubs either.
No. He actually was kind of in disguise.
He also ripped off his leather jacket. It was really cool.
You want a piece of this?
Now, John is not accepting any feedback or criticism from anyone. If you try to say, John, you could have done things a little differently. You could have given him some of the greatest hits, told some jokes, wrote some new jokes, mixed it up with the crowd a little bit, or, any myriad of things he could have done that would have gone over better than this 10-minute long bombing that chased him out of the club. So apparently Clay Dabbler is one of these people who is just like, I don't know that you did the right thing, John. I think you could have done things a little bit better. And he is not happy about that.
If you don't understand classic Stuttering John, I don't know how to help you. If you don't know what made me my bread and butter and what got Stuttering John to the legend that he is, what I did last night was legendary.
What made me my bread and butter.
Classic.
Wish I could afford that.
So John compares what happened last night to different things he did when he was on the Howard Stern show. Mm-hmm. Now, the big difference that John doesn't realize is that he used to have Fred, Jackie, and Howard writing these ideas for him, these bits for him. And now he has Ava Riza. And that's why it fell so flat and sucked so bad. Because it wasn't well thought out, and it didn't work, and it wasn't funny. And John couldn't pivot because he's not a comedian. He doesn't have comedic instincts. And so the whole thing bombed. And we're going to find out, because he did another show after his comedy show last night. So he did another stream. We're going to find out that both Ditka and Clay Dabber were critical of him, and he will not be criticized. He's decided, nope, everything was perfect, and how fucking dare you even tell me I could have done things differently.
I've gone 60 years not handling criticism. I'm not going to start now.
Right. That's what it seems like. So this specifically is why Mary Beth reached out to me today and wanted to address something, because she was here when this happened.
Front row.
But anyway, so when I walked in, I go to the VIP room. Not the room, the VIP section, which is really just at the end of the fucking place. And who do I see? Lady K sitting there. You would think, and he'll deny this because he'll never admit to it, that he just saw his God. Like, when I walked up and I saw the VIP and I didn't see it, I didn't see Lady K sitting there. And then when I saw him, I went, "Hi, John." The dude had love in his eyes. And this is not hyperbole. He had love in his eyes. And I just said, hey. And then I walked out. And
all right, Mary Beth, you were there. Comment?
I would agree that there was a little bit of love in Carl's eyes, and he didn't light up like John just did, and you were basically just like, "Oh, hey," and that was that.
John came walking over towards us. I don't know how I looked, but I can tell you how John looked. Afraid.
Yeah.
Because I went, "John Melendez, hey!" And he turned around and walked away immediately without even responding. He didn't even say. He didn't even acknowledge
his
me.
reaction was.
He was just like, "Oh, I'm now belong here." Going over this way.
Oh, it was amazing.
I was talking to you and Brian afterwards. I go, "Whoa, what the fuck was that?" I was just saying hi to him. He walked away from me.
Why was he approaching you then?
He didn't know I was there.
Oh.
He was just walking around the club, and then he's like, "Oh, Carl's here. go back the other way."
So it wasn't lying? A VIP section.
It definitely was not a VIP section. It was a shit section that we got sent to.
It was like as if he were in Scooby-Doo, like
yeah. I
turn
was
around, like I do not. Yes, I
was
do
kind of
not
bummed.
go over here.
I was kind of bummed about it because I was like, this is the first time I've ever been in the same room with John Melendez, and I was like, "Hey, John Melendez!" Like I did light up.
There was love in your
there
eyes.
There he is.
Yeah.
Let's chat. And he turned around and left. I was like, "Oh, all right. Well,
there goes. It was so immediate too. Like
I know.
Nope.
Yeah, he knew in an instant. He did not want to have anything to do with that. So disappointing, but I will get another chance to chat with John, as he'll talk about in just a moment. But first, you guys all have seen his set.
Mm-hmm.
People were rooting for him. They were cheering him. They were standing ovation coming to the stage. I mean,
it was electric.
It was
like
electric in that room. It was incredible.
It really was.
We were all so psyched that this was happening, and he lost everyone immediately, and everyone just turned on him and booed him. And let's see how John interprets that.
And I mean, the wins I experienced last night was by far more wins than any of you fucking losers could ever experience. Ever.
Okay. Wow. That's some night right there.
I would like to point out that Bedabbler, TSN, Blind Mike Project, they have all been getting top views. So if anybody is winning right now, it is not John.
Yeah, we have 2,500 people watching the show right now, and we appreciate that. It's a special time, a special place for us right now, and people are tuned in to see this content right here. I'll take that as a W. What were you going to say, Mary Beth?
I was saying, can you please explain the wins?
Right.
Like what are the wins? What is winning? Getting everyone there is a win, definitely.
Right.
Thank you, Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, Anthony and Carl. I mean,
yeah. So people showed up. He sold the place out. Very cool. And then he put on a terrible performance that nobody enjoyed.
But he's been taking classes from Aaron Imholt.
Yeah.
On how to win.
Right. You just declare that you won, and then
you don't have to explain.
You never have to explain.
I thought you meant the revenge porn.
That is true. That is true, Mary Beth. Another parallel between these two idiots. So the one of the big storylines from this event, a lot of storylines from this event, is the guy who went up to Anthony and got in his face and asked him about Sue Lightning and being a pedophile and stuff. And Anthony just smacked his glasses off or grabbed his glasses and threw them on the ground. And so this guy is a provocateur. He goes around and does this to people. It's not the first time he's done it. He looks for more conservative figures to go up and confront, and he wants an altercation like this. He wants to make news. He wants to go viral, but he also wants to have a chance to like get the law involved. You know, the cops did show up to question Anthony because of this. So it appears that the guy wants to press charges, and John loves it.
Pocky punches somebody, allegedly. That's what I hear. Yes. The cops come, pull him out of the bar, and he's got to fill out a police report. And that guy who we hit, dude, go through with this. That is assault. I mean, you'd be an idiot to not charge him. He's a multimillionaire. Holy shit. If I knew your name, I would advise you to fucking file immediately. He would be arrested on the spot, and he can't run his fucking pocky ass to South Carolina and think it's not going to happen. This is assault. There is no running away from that. You're fucked, bro.
Okay.
And how great that you're fucked at a Stuttering John show.
I don't understand his logic here. So he goes, this guy should file charges, which would be criminal charges, because he's a multimillionaire.
Money.
So that would be, I think he's referring to like a civil lawsuit. When he's talking about because he's a multimillionaire, which I'm pretty sure if you scratch a guy's face, it costs you the same amount of money, whether you have millions of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. Zero.
Yeah, it's not like proportional.
Right, exactly.
One pair of glasses, $200.
Right.
Whoa.
They're like, this guy stepped on my heel. How much money is he worth? He's a billionaire. Well, then 2.5 million.
We're on the case.
Yes. That's not how that works at all. Also, this fucking idiot, John, he can't, the cognitive dissonance that goes on in this man's brain when he's out there challenging Stevie Lou to a fight. He literally was asking Stevie Lou to fight him. And then someone actually does get into a little bit of a heated dispute that gets a little physical. And John's like, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. And this person should be taken for all of his money and thrown in prison immediately. Well, hold on a second, John. You're the one calling everyone a pussy for not fighting you. But then if someone does get in a fight, they should be thrown in prison and all their money should be taken?
Well, not only that, one of the most shocking things about what John just said there to me is that he's like, well, if I knew your name, I would tell you to go do this. You don't need to know his name because you're so famous, John. You had such a big win. Everybody is listening to you right now that obviously this guy is going to hear you saying that. The only reason that you could possibly need to know that guy's name is because you want to dox him a whole bunch.
Also, the guy was on Kevin Brennan's show talking about this.
Yeah.
It'd be really easy to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vegas Beer Sales, Jerry and Ditka could tell you who the guy's name is.
Well,
he's well known for doing this kind of stuff.
He already had to print out pieces of paper this week. He's hit his limit.
Well, John thinks like a 6-year-old.
Right.
He's like, if I give this guy the idea to...
Oh, you get a finder's
That's a good
fee.
point.
Yeah. How about 10% if I tell you to sue
of
Anthony?
a criminal charge.
Well, speaking of the criminal, Anthony Cumia is here. The new Duke.
How is everybody doing? I'm fully ensconced in the cuck chair here in the hotel room.
Nice. Looking good. Thanks so much for calling into the show, Anthony. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I was obviously sleeping. I was very late, and I apologize to that for that. But this you bring up a good point, right? When I popped on, it's like this is the guy that's constantly saying, "If I see this guy, I'm gonna kick his ass" and stuff, and then at the slightest altercation, it's like, sue, get a lawyer. He's a multimillionaire. Get his money. He's just, again, points out another in the many hypocrisies of Stut Joe.
So John, you should press charges immediately, if not sooner.
Right.
I assume that the guy did go to the cops. That's why they showed up to the club to question you, right?
It was so weird because when the cops showed up and I went outside, I'm telling them what happened, and the cops told me they got a complaint that I was assaulted.
Well,
after I'm explaining, and then they go, well, we got a complaint that you were assaulted. I'm like, yeah, that was, whatever. I go, and I said, no, I'm fine. So they said, all right, well, we're all good here. I told them, I stand by them, and unfortunately, your mayor is a piece of shit, and the snowball people should be summarily blasted. But that was it. And then I walked back inside. It was only not even 5 minutes out there.
No, I know it was quick, and the FOIA request is out. We'll see the full footage at some point of you talking to the police officers. But it's interesting that a guy like John would take the side of the man that was filming you and coming up and harassing you. If someone did it to John, how would he respond to that?
Yeah, who knows? Because he is a pussy. So he'd probably either yell at them and run away, or it would always end with him running away.
I just mean he would be the victim. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it was
he
just
would
like
absolutely be the victim.
It's a copyright claim or something. You can't just film me on the streets of Manhattan. This is highly illegal.
Yeah. I don't give my consent.
All right, so John says something very funny in this next clip, and I actually agree with him on what he's saying here, but I just love the way he words it.
How appropriate. By the way, who's security at fucking Rodney's? How they let some guy just run on stage is a whole nother story. I mean, what are they doing? What are they there for? They're supposed to keep order. They're letting a pocky guy who just punched somebody out front to just walk on stage and get behind the mic.
That's our new MC.
They're letting a pocky guy. Can you believe they're going to pocky guy up on the stage? The fuck is wrong with that?
He's pretty good.
Crazy.
So we started off the show by showing you bringing John up and John doing his set. How did that? Because I wasn't in the room when you got up on stage. I've seen video of it since then. How did that come about? Did you just decide, like right then and there, like, oh, well, I should go up there and introduce him?
Yeah, the MC had said something to that effect. Like he acknowledged that I was there. The crowd, of course, goes, and it was almost like an invitation to get up and at least just address the crowd, because the crowd was chanting and yelling and everything, and it was a lot of fun. So I just stood up and walked up to the stage, and he handed me the mic. What was I going to do? Security didn't get me because the club owner knew I was responsible for just about everyone in that place that night. And I thought, like, once I was up there and had the mic, it's like, what a great opportunity to intro the fucking star of the evening, Stuttering John.
You did a masterful job, because you literally got everyone whipped up in a frenzy, but also explained to them, like, let John do his show. We're not here to interfere with it. We want him to perform. And so that was a perfect introduction that John squandered.
Yeah, there was nothing I could have done or said up there that would have made it worse than just saying, let him do his act. Just let him show you who he is and what he does. There's nothing we could have done as a crowd that would have made it worse for him. And he proved that by going up there and wasting a sold-out show. He will never stand in front of that many people at a show again, ever. And he fucking threw it away, and
but he learned from it,
takes
though.
the win.
But hold on, though, Anthony. He learned from it. He'll do better next time, though, right?
Yeah.
No, just the opposite. He thinks he killed it.
Right. He thinks he killed it. He's chalking it up as a big win. And I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
I was scared.
I have that
like,
clip
all the
coming up.
shit he said. I was watching some of it, and I'm like, this guy is either an amazing actor or the most delusional jerk off I've ever seen. I tend to believe it is the latter of the two.
Yes, he is a delusional narcissist.
Yeah.
Speaking of his delusions, and I'm glad that we have Mary Beth and Lucy here who can tell us more about this.
Lucy, how you doing? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Anybody who ever thought that I'm not in great shape, their mind was changed. They like, I saw the girls in the crowd, like, good.
What girls?
Real
There's more
good.
here in this room right now than there were at the gig.
Dude, this is the level of delusion. Is the reason why we love John Mulaney. Is why he's such a great character.
Yeah.
Why the Dabbleverse exists. There's no one else that I've ever met in my life who would have a show like that and be like, and also all the girls wanted to fuck me. What?
Yeah. On top of all the other delusional shit from that night, that he won the night, he was valiant and courageous. He's got to throw this on top that all the chicks were into him, and
he's so insane. He's got a really, I showed this earlier, but he's got a really weird body.
Yes.
And posture. Like,
does he?
His arms are almost to his feet when he walks. If he
Quite
lets
impressive,
his,
actually.
Yeah, he's such a
he's
short guy.
literally the puppet. He's the puppet.
Yeah, he's becoming a short old man. I know he's been struggling with becoming an old man. He's been crying about that lately. Well,
Yeah. I think he's going through the end of the midlife crisis here.
Well, his appearance has degraded since the last time I saw him. Like it's kind of concerning. Like his hair's looking patchy. Like I don't know what's going on there. But
he just got done
he does
too. He's all
not-
proud of his hair.
Yeah, he's a mess.
All right.
I mean,
Well, Anthony, you came out at the perfect time because this is where he's addressing you specifically, and I want to get your thoughts on this.
Love it.
And I read it, and he was livid. And all these are legal documents.
Yeah.
So he said that you were livid. And
I was livid.
We just
They're
played the
all
video.
legal documents. Yeah, from 10 years ago.
Right.
You could find literally hours and hours of me discussing this from 2015 up until, a couple of years ago. And even now, occasionally something will come up where I talk about it. So to think this is some kind of a gotcha moment is even more delusional, of course, coming out of Stuttering John. So it wasn't a surprise. I wasn't livid. I was laughing. Shuli had already told me that this is exactly what he was going to be doing.
Yep.
And I just thought the only thing I was thinking was how stupid he is for ruining the whole night for himself by getting up and doing this.
So the video that we watched earlier of the performance, the guy was in front of you, Anthony. So he's watching John, and then when you would respond, he'd turn the camera back. So we were watching you laughing the entire time.
Hilarious.
And saying and triumphantly as people are chanting your name, and then you're going, do your act. And you're
Do your
telling
act.
John to do your act. So the fact that John's interpretation of that is that Anthony was livid is absurd, of course.
I
which is
felt
great.
like a parent at a child's recital, and the child forgot what they were supposed to do, and I'm yelling like, "Do the piano thing! Get on the piano!" Like that's how I felt.
Steps left.
They're just
Yeah,
panicking.
yeah.
For some reason, John thinks that this is a brag.
I was reading everything that had been reported. Not anything, no improv, everything verbatim that was reported.
That's the problem. There was no
Yeah.
improv. He
No
didn't react-
laughs.
He didn't react to anything that was happening.
Nothing funny. Comedy doesn't have a place in a packed comedy club.
There was absolutely nothing funny at all.
This is exactly what his problem is on his podcast, too. He placates to the haters instead of to the fans. And
Yes.
this could have been a room that might have turned into fans. And instead, he did an entire show to you, Anthony.
Yeah, he could have. Everyone is saying that this could have been a triumphant moment for him. Gets up, thanks the crowd, does his act, and he would have gotten applause on some of those famous 30-year-old shitty jokes because we're all familiar with him. It would be like Dice when he starts doing his rhymes. That shit's 30, 40 years old in some cases, and people go, yeah, hickory dickory dock. So, squeegee bit, the Kardashians, 8 years of marriage, 3 good years. It would have killed in a way that there's a familiarity to it. And if he didn't take himself seriously and laughed along with people laughing at those jokes, it would have been a fucking phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yep.
But he took a perfectly good bird and burnt it.
Well, so 2 thoughts on this. One is when Tommy Jordan ripped the paper out of his hands, we're 10 minutes into the show, If he would have grabbed the mic and said, "My dad was so cheap," this entire room would be like, "How cheap was he?" Like, this would be
exactly.
Like, let's go.
Just
Yes. Give me that.
And
Yeah.
Do it.
there was a moment where I thought that was what was about to
Right,
happen.
me too.
The papers get ripped up. He goes up to the mic. He says "skull," and I'm like, "This is where it starts."
Here it comes.
And I can feel it in my heart and my soul, and I'm so excited. And then we get "thank you," and he walks off the
And
stage.
he walks away, tail
Like a
between
pussy.
legs. You know, in an alternate universe, on Friday night, the crowd carried John out as a hero on the street in front of that. In an alternate Biff Tannen type universe.
And Anthony, the Dabbleverse is over. WATP. I'm working on my resume right now. I'm not even worried about doing a live podcast. You know what I mean? Like, he could have totally turned this around. Now, the other thought I was going to have is, so he could have also just done his podcast, which we all love.
Right.
And if he would have gone on and just started making fun of you for having zits on your face, and then, hey, look at Pinky with his lady helmet and shoes riding his bike around, and there's Lady K, who's a gay just do it guy. Like, that also would have gotten entertainment value.
It
People
would have at
enjoyed
least
that.
worked. But you know, I've said this so many times in the past couple of days. It's exactly what Shuli said. This guy guaranteed will make the worst decision out of everything. You have certain options, certain things he could have done. Whatever is the worst possible decision, that's the one he will choose. And he proved himself right again.
And Shuli's right about that, but also the laziest.
Yes.
It's always, because, listen, I'm part of the text thread with Vince the lawyer and Bob Levy, and they were coming up with roast jokes for John.
Yeah.
And he's sending John roast jokes about me and you and whoever else is going to be there, Zennhauser. And John doesn't want to have to write jokes and learn them. And
No.
He doesn't want to have to transcribe jokes. It's
Right.
not he doesn't want to have to write them. It's that he wants.
someone's
doesn't want
giving
to have
them
to
to
put
him.
all in
Can
one
you print
place.
this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been better. And you look, the whole crowd, you know, the players, the stars of the Dabbleverse that he would have roasted are people that understand busting balls and roast. This is something John doesn't understand. And we would have rolled with any of the roast jokes he would have had other people write for him. I was going to say come up with. And again, could have been a win. But he chose John, you have chosen poorly.
Well, he definitely did the laziest thing he could possibly do, but he thinks that you were embarrassed.
Pocky was flipping out, kept standing up. I already did that. Because he was so embarrassed.
How do you get this?
His pockmarks got red from embarrassment.
That's my favorite delusion, because we just watched the video of you standing up triumphantly, and even after John leaves, you're leading the "Pussy Boy" chant. As the whole room is yelling "Pussy Boy, Pussy Boy," and he interprets that as you're embarrassed.
Yeah, that was me being embarrassed somehow. Maybe he doesn't
What a
know what
loser.
embarrassment is. He thinks it's joyfully chanting with a giant crowd of people. I don't know.
People were applauding domestic violence. They were so on
Maybe,
your
yeah.
side.
John should look up many definitions of words, because I don't think he understands what embarrassment means, or winning, or courage.
Right.
He definitely doesn't understand embarrassment.
No.
He should. But he definitely owned Anthony.
Yep.
The Duke owned you, Pocky. Stuttering John owned you. Tu eres mi pena. You are my bitch. John
right there.
Edward Melendez owned you.
I was
in
right
front
there.
of all your fans. And I did it and kept going. And they booed and booed and booed.
And they cheered and cheered and cheered for Anthony.
Yeah.
So I'm confused.
What is he trying to get at? Oh, God.
So he has to do these mental gymnastics, or else, like, he doesn't understand reality anymore. So does he believe this to be true, or is he just saying it hoping that other people will think it might be true?
I don't know. That's the real mystery and conundrum of Stuttering John Melendez. It's so, see, as a normal thinking person, it's so outside the realm of possibility that this actually happened. And you can imagine yourself trying to spin something like this and go, oh, I could never do this because it's so obvious that I'm wrong here. Maybe that's the mental part of him, that he honestly does think he walked out of there as the triumphant hero.
Well, I was talking about this earlier when people were yelling out squeegee to him.
Oh.
Whenever there was a moment that he wasn't reading the boring report.
No one could hear it either. The crowd was yelling. He was so drunk and mumbling into the microphone that no one could even hear what he was doing. So he couldn't even do that right.
I took the audio of him doing his performance, whatever the heck, and tried to transcribe it through DaVinci Resolve. It could not understand any of the words.
No.
It could not understand because the crowd was so loud and boisterous.
So this is the crazy thing, is that this is the way John interprets people yelling squeegee at him.
But you had 175 people chanting squeegee. Is that not
a win?
Deadbeat dad. Deadbeat dad.
Squeegee bit.
Yeah, they chanted that too.
Does John really not understand that we think that joke sucks and that's why we want him to do it? That we know it's like one of the worst jokes ever, and that's why people are chanting squeegee? He's just like, my jokes are so funny.
Yeah, but
I didn't have to tell any.
Everything is like that. The reason there was a sold out crowd there was because of him, not because people wanted to see him as the fuck up unfunny guy he is, but that he's wonderful and everyone came to see him. They were chanting squeegee because they love the squeegee bit. It's like fucking George Carlin bit from the 70s. It's just amazing. This is the thinking of Stut Joe.
So now let's get into my second interaction with John. So the first one, I said hi to him. He turned around and walked away immediately. That was the end of that.
Right.
The second time, I'm walking back into the showroom, and I see Anthony up on stage doing a little introduction for John, and John's standing right in front of me. So I go up behind him, and I go, holy shit, John, look at Anthony's middling for you. It's like, how cool is that? Like, you're the headliner. He's middling for you. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. He ignored me, did not acknowledge my existence. Afterwards, I wasn't sure if he knew it was me or I was there. He seemed like he was in the zone.
What happened to, if I see Lady K, it's over? Like,
yeah. How many times has he told me if I run into him at Cape Coral, he's going to beat me up?
Yeah.
I'm at the comedy club that you're at. Anyway. So I didn't know that John even knew that was me or acknowledged it because he ignored me completely. This is how he remembers it.
But, while I was walking to the stage to go on, guess who kept patting me on the back? Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him.
Guess who it was? Lady K. Lady K was like such a fan of mine in person.
Yeah. So I was pumping him up. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is going to be fucking awesome. Duke, you got this. Because I was really excited for this to happen. I didn't want John to chicken out.
Right. Fuck it up.
So I'm like putting my arm around him like, holy shit, Anthony is middling for you. This is going to be sick. I'm all excited about it. And John interpreted that very differently.
So while I was walking the stage, he's patting me on the back. Go get him. And that's fact, Jack. Lady K, you could rewrite this any way you want. I know.
Who's rewriting it?
And I'm like what Peter Strickland, believe me, I was as sober as any man can be.
Any drunk?
Well, I didn't pull the clip, but everyone saw it where John goes. People were saying I was drunk. I only had 3 beers. I had 2 beers, and then I had another beer, and then I had a 4th beer that I brought with me. It's just like, it just keeps adding as he's thinking about it.
That's
if he says 4, it's 8 at least.
Right.
Maybe 10.
But he's as sober as any man has ever been. Amazing.
I do like how you just rewrote that, though. That was very special.
Dude, he's right. I was patting him on the back. I was pumping him up. I was excited about the show.
We know why. It's like, of course, it's John with the history, the lawsuits, the this, the that. Of course, if you go get him, it's like someone going, yeah, hey, go get him. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah, go break his leg. Like, what does John think I'm going to do? Get up there and start being like, this lawsuit thing is really irritating me, John. We gotta
Hey, John, take it easy on me tonight, all right?
Yeah.
I'm very cordial and happy-go-lucky. I was in a good mood. We were having a good time at this show.
Everyone was there to have a good time.
Yes.
Everyone was so pumped.
Yeah.
And then it just...
Had so many great conversations with people. Even Kevin Brennan doing his noisemaker and yelling about my mandolin was cracking me up. Everything was working for me that night, except for John, who sucked.
And you guys...
Could have been Caddyshack, but he was Caddyshack 2.
That's a perfect analogy.
Any way you want. But at the end of the day, you know in your heart that was fucking awesome.
Unbelievable. He's telling us we're going to spin it while he's saying that was awesome. What he did.
Yeah. If you talked about Friday night exactly like it happened, exactly like the videos show, exactly like the people felt that were there watching, you would never get to what John is saying when he describes it. There's no one in that room that saw it the way John apparently sees it. So how does he rationalize that in that walnut inside that thick skull?
So it's one thing to be like, oh, the haters want to spin this to make it seem like it wasn't amazing what I did. But then when his friends tell him, like, John, we watched it, it wasn't very good, he lashes out. So he came back on a stream later last night and starts lashing out at his buddy Clay Dabbler and even his buddy Ditka.
Like Clay Dabbler, which I took real exception to him telling me what I should have done. And he's a guy that hides behind a mask. Don't ever tell me what I should have done, Clay. You hide behind a fucking mask. You're afraid. Don't ever tell me what I should do.
I'm just pause it real quick. This is the guy who supported John, takes all of John's bullshit, was a co-host once a week for him forever. And all he had to do was say, John, you should have worked some comedy into the act, you know? Done some jokes, done some of the things that people were there to see.
Right.
And John's like, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's like, hey, maybe people have other ideas that could be right, could be wrong. You don't have to get angry at them about it.
Just as an aside, I've never seen his capital T on his head so ever present.
Oh, yeah.
No filter, yeah.
Especially in my profession. What?
This is great.
Profession.
Yeah. John knows better. Like, God forbid someone else, a civilian, come in and be like, you know what? Here's another way you could have played this, and maybe this would have worked.
Yeah.
You can't do that with John. He knows better.
Do I tell you how to make clay dolls? No.
No, because he does a great job.
Yeah.
He's a success.
He's killing it. Oh, speaking of which, pop sculpture. I showed you this, Anthony, when we were hanging out at Sullivan's. But I got these in the mail. I got these at our P.O. box. If you go to whoarethese.com, you can find that. We love drugs and hot sauce and other gifts. So Cooey from, of course, the famous, what's it called? The name of the Dummy. The movie trailer.
Little Cooey.
And then Cooey got beat up because John went to Busch Light. These are incredible. They're hand painted.
That is amazing. Work of art right there.
So thank you to Pop Sculpture for mailing me these. Those are fan-fucking-tastic.
You know, John needs people around him that will never be like Clay Dabbler. Clay Dabbler, like you said, he was like John's kiss ass for the whole time. Shit talked everyone John doesn't like. And then he says one thing. That's what happens with John. Yep. He needs people like Ava and Keanu who will just go on his show and enable this fucking imbecile over and over and over again.
100% support, or else you're cut out completely.
Right.
Because John is so angry about this.
I know nothing about it. And you know nothing about stage performance. And the Duke has been on stage on numerous occasions.
Going back?
Since he was a young kid. Don't ever.
That doesn't count. Being in a play in first grade doesn't fucking count towards this.
It counts.
Dr. Manley told me.
Tell me what I should do. You're not equipped to tell me. And the same goes for Dicka. But you think about it, like all these somehow comedy gurus like Dicka, I really couldn't believe. And I love him. I love Clay too.
Oh.
Yeah, so he does have to say, like, they do shit for me, so I don't want to. Like, he was just going off on Clay, but Ditka actually supplies him a bunch of stuff that he needs. So he's like, and fucking Ditka also criticized me. But hey, guys, keep getting me stuff that I need. Keep supporting me in every way. But he's pissed.
He can't
Oh,
take
yeah.
criticism from his fans, from his friends. He can't take criticism from an entire crowd full of people.
Right.
But if he was really confident about the performance that he gave, and he pretended to be in the afternoon, or maybe he really was super confident that he did the best thing he could have done, then if somebody criticized you, you'd be like, okay, whatever, man.
Yeah. Look at the results.
Right. There's so many times people are critical of things that I've done that I'm like, oh, I'm actually pretty proud of that one. So it's not going to bother me. Yeah. There's other things that I'm like, oh yeah, it sucks. I'm insecure about it. So the fact that he's saying this tells me he's insecure about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. He knows he fucked up.
I got your notes.
I think he knows he fucked up on this one.
If he had succeeded 100%, then his show on Saturday night, he would have just read it again without Kumia in the room. If he thought that he was a success, this would be the new act.
The Netflix special is coming
Brilliant.
soon.
Police reports.
So I love like Mark Norman and Joe List and Shane Gillis. I mean, all these comics who have been crushing it the last few years. And one thing about all of them is they always go on podcasts and tell you this.
I'll tell you right now, tonight I crushed it.
Of course you did.
And the best part is Keanu was there, and she was laughing hard, and everybody else was. And the whole place was laughing hard because I'm a really good comic.
Oh. Oh.
You sure you are? Imagine saying how good you did and how you're a really good comic, unironically.
The best part was the love of my life was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keanu was laughing.
Keanu was there laughing.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, they thought I was attractive.
So we were just
People
talking
that are
about
good at things never, ever say they're good at it.
let
It's
someone
just
else do it.
Your act, whatever you're doing, if you're a scientist, your work is you're saying, look how good I am.
Right. It speaks for itself. You don't
Yeah.
need to pump yourself up. It looks bad.
Right.
So
My
we were just
kid
talking
would-
about. Go ahead.
My kid with Down syndrome, she's always, I'm so good at it. I'm so good at it. Like, that's what she does.
Yeah.
You hear that, John?
So, yeah, John and Ava get along because Ava tells John everything that he wants to hear. Like we were just talking about, Clay Dabbler was critical, so John went off on rants multiple times yesterday about Clay Dabbler. But Ava says all the right things.
He packed an audience with people to mock you, full of people that are your nemesis, all coming there to see their buddy Kumia, packed out the room, then proceeded to make a complete ass out of himself. Last night was a complete disaster for Anthony Cumia.
It was a complete disaster for you, Anthony, as you're pumping your fists at people chanting your name.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it a disaster for me? I left feeling pretty good. As a matter of fact, we were so, disappointed and embarrassed. And I was so upset with myself. We went and all hung out together at the karaoke bar.
Yep. Dude, after the show, we all went to go find John. I heard he was at the Spotted Dog down the street having drinks. So it was me and Lucy and Zen went with us.
Raper Butt, a huge crew of people.
My buddy Darren was there. So a whole crew of us all went down to No Filter. Paul was with us for that, I believe. A whole crew of us all go down to find John drinking so I can finally talk to him. He won't talk to me.
Right, yeah.
And we walk in, and he's not there. And then I'm watching John's show yesterday, and he said that's exactly where he went. He got a martini, he had a beer. Did we just not get down there fast enough? We
ran over there we went pretty quick. We got multiple reports that that's where he was. And so instead of going to the karaoke bar where Kumia was, we were like, no, we're going to find John. And again, it was a big crew of us. We walk in there and the bar is dead. And we got there and we were like, all right, well, we might as well have a drink.
Such a bummer. Yeah, I would have felt really bad if like we bring in a dozen people and they're like, fuck this.
Oh, they only have booze.
So that sucked. So you just heard it right there. Ava says, yeah, Anthony had a terrible night. Did not go well for him. Now, Keanu's having a tough go at this because Keanu has to like somehow sit on that fence,
right,
and try to work both sides of it. And she really shits on their parade when she joins the show last night.
I'll say this: Kumia had the best time. He really did. And in his mind, yeah, it's like we would have been cheering you on.
Look at John and Ava. Ava who cackles at everything nonstop. I swear Ava's high as a kite.
Yeah.
Ava's just cackling and everything. All of a sudden, you have Keanu going, Anthony's having the best time, and they both go.
I'll say this: Kumia had the best time. He really did. And in his mind, yeah, it's like we would have been cheering you on. And then yeah.
So Keanu actually does a thing you're not supposed to do, where she's critical of what John did and thinks it could have gone better, and explains that to him.
It could have been an opportunity. We're all gonna say it could be an opportunity for you to just like stand behind your jokes and do your act, play the hits, which is what I probably would have thought, or a mixture of the two. Or you could do something like that, get up and walk away, and they'll never stop talking about it. Like it'll go on for no one. I mean, are people like getting refunds to their tickets to Hackamania? What a snooze fest that's going to be.
Yeah, what
Nothing will happen like without you, myself, Gino. I think Kumia is going, but.
Kumia is going. Hackamania.com. Promo code
It's going to be a
WTP.
blast.
Dude, these people are so jealous they're not a part of Hackamania. It's on their mind. It has nothing to do with Hackamania.
Right.
And Keanu's just like, yeah, I mean, people are going to be talking about this thing that you did forever. And who'd want to go to Hackamania? Like,
we're already issuing refunds.
you insane? Hackamania's going to be a fucking blast.
You didn't know that events are a zero-sum game, and if you have fun at one event, then you can't have fun at another?
Yeah, I once saw the Bills win a football game, so I'm like, well, no more season tickets for me.
In fact, I don't like football anymore.
Yeah, Hackamania is going to be like Friday night with gambling.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you not think that's great?
It's going to be so much fun, and I just love the fact that all of these people are pissed off they're not involved and a part of it, and jealous. I mean, I saw Keanu on the show with her mom going, maybe we should go to Hackamania and we can wear disguises and we can go to, it's like, kind of, everyone's invited to Hackamania.
Yeah, you don't wear disguise.
Yeah, promo code WATP, save 10%, and come hang out with us. We'll all be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anthony's doing a comedy show. I'm going to make him sit on WATP with us, which is at 9:00 at night, so you should be up by then.
I know. I went out last night a little bit, and I usually sleep in pretty late. I got my show tonight, just in case anybody's around. That it's actually going to be funnier than John's show, and all I'm going to be talking about is the Iran war and murder that took place in Austin, Texas.
A different kind of bombing.
Funny.
Yeah, this is like the Opie challenge.
Remember when Opie goes, find a show, find something that's funnier than this show.
Yeah.
Right,
the day the clown died. Yeah, that's funny.
An Islamic massacre in Austin.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
So, WABC, of course, you can get it on the app. You can stream it online. Anthony's show from 8 to 11 tonight. And you're having a good time in New York City this weekend. You picked a good weekend to do your radio show.
Unbelievable. And then Monday at 4, which is what I got confused with your show as far as the time goes. Monday at 4 p.m., I'm doing Louis J. Gomez's show.
Sweet.
Great.
Yeah, so very, very busy this weekend. It's nice.
Is that Real Ass Podcast or you're doing Legion of Skanks?
Real Ass.
Okay, sweet. Well, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a blast Friday night. Hanging out with you.
Fun, dude. Just seeing everyone. Like, I was standing at the bar, and there's a shitload of people. And I mean, people came from everywhere. I was amazed. And then I found myself going, hey, man, thanks for coming down. Like, it's not even my fucking gig. Where's John?
I've been saying the same thing to everyone. I'm like, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you.
Carl,
for
you were
coming down.
great.
Like, what the fuck? They're giving me books and pictures to sign and everything. And then you'd hear like a little commotion at the door. And then here's Anthony Zennhauser's coming. And it's like, whoa, holy shit. And it turned out to be so much fun seeing everybody. Everyone was cool. We're just drinking beers, doing shots with Gino was, reminiscent of the old compound days without me having to shell out a lot of money. But it was a blast. It was so much fucking fun.
I was so creeped out by Big A. Anthony, I think he has a crush on me.
Yeah, he might. You're like a hero to him, I think.
He was staring. He's turned around in the seat, looking in the wrong direction during the entire comedy show, staring at me. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm Mary Beth on one side, Lucy on the other. I'm like, don't we want to look like over here? What's wrong with you? Anyway, Anthony, thank you so much for coming on today. I appreciate your insights.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts on John's performance and the
Well,
subsequent?
We've discussed this a little bit over the past couple of days. I don't know if he recovers from this. I mean, people will still watch him do things, but how does he? Everyone knows he's delusional. It doesn't matter what he says. Everyone knows he's lying. He's delusional. So
Right.
how does he sit there and say shit like, "Really, Pinky? How about I come over there, and or Lady K, Pocky, come up and fight you, terms of service, whatever it is." His tough guy thing is just gone. It's not that it ever was really a thing, but now how does he spin that?
That's a great question because, like I said, I tried to engage him in conversation twice. I tried to find him after the show.
There were multiple times also, so you just described your two actual interactions with him, but there were 2 times also that I saw him see you and then turn the other way.
Okay.
So 0 interaction whatsoever. And that's, what a fucking pussy boy.
Yeah, he made eye contact with me for a split second once from the stage. Everything else, he avoided looking at me. And then at one point, I'm looking right at him, and he turned a little bit, and for a split second, he looked at me, and all I saw was like confusion and like, I don't even want to say fear because I'm not like, yeah, kick your ass. But there was just a fear in the moment he was in. He didn't know how to respond because he's not the tough guy he professes to be. So he didn't even want to look anyone in the eyes. It was, pathetic. It's John. It's pathetic. But a pathetic without any sympathy.
Actually, before you go, Anthony, one of the big stories, there are a lot of storylines this night. One of the big stories was the Rodney Dangerfield impersonator fell down the stairs.
Oh my God.
And it was a big staircase down to the basement.
Yes.
And know why I'm in the pisser taking a leak when this happens. And I just so happened to have my phone out recording audio, and I captured this moment. Because people have been talking about it. Like, this guy got hurt.
Christ.
He got hurt pretty bad. And this is an older man who fell down the stairs. Listen to this. This is wild.
No respect.
Holy shit. Every stair on the way down.
Oh, no.
For real, though? For real, though? This fall was so funny because it just never stopped. I heard this guy fall down the stairs.
Poor
It was
guy.
a steep
Jesus
staircase.
Christ.
It really was.
I fell down the stairs. My shoes and glasses fell off. All right.
Check out Anthony Cumia, the Anthony Cumia Show, Compound Media, and of course WABC tonight at 8:00.
Thank you, everybody. Great time, man. Great time had by all but
Thanks,
one.
Ant.
Later.
See you, buddy. All right. So coming up, I have Keanu's bomb of a set, and I'm very much looking forward to presenting that because you were in the room for that, Mary Beth. You guys hung out the whole comedy show.
Yep.
I was actually.
It was a bomb. It was a bomb.
It's
a
a
complete
bomb.
bomb. My favorite part of her set was when she's like, "I'll leave
Don't
you
spo-
with," and
Yeah,
then
don't spoil it. Don't
everybody's
spoil
like,
it. Hold on. I got all the clips. I got all the clips.
There's even more excitement in this podcast right now than there was in the room.
I know. Don't spoil it. There are times I couldn't pull the clip because your husband and I were chatting about like, did she just make a Terry Bradshaw reference? We're like talking, we're like, what the fuck? So that is coming up in just a moment. But first, supertip.gg/WATP. The great Donna G is here supporting the show. Shout out to Lucy. She looked like she was going to take out VTL when he was manhandling Zen.
I wouldn't.
$10. Yeah, I wasn't there for that, Lucy. Oh, bye. Are you leaving?
No, we can talk about it.
Oh.
I was just going to go pee.
Okay.
But let me talk about this instead.
I wasn't there for that, but you had mentioned on Blind Mike this morning that you almost got in the middle of it. You were trying to break up Vince the lawyer and
so
Zennhauser
this was actually
fighting.
during Keanu's set. So this is the perfect time for us to discuss this. So during Keanu's set, I, for some reason, thought that I had time to go out and grab a drink. And, you know, I didn't feel like I needed to see that. So
you missed out.
I know. I'm so excited to hear it. I'm so excited to hear it. So I went out. I was grabbing a drink, and as I'm walking out, Zen and Vince the lawyer are manhandling each other. They're both going, "You don't touch me. No, you don't touch me. No, you don't
touch people,
me."
you're going to get touched.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And they looked like, I feel like a lot of people have seen the video. I feel like the video doesn't even really showcase how much they were going at each other. It really looked like it was about to get serious.
Yeah, because you told me about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And the way you described it, I was like, oh, wow. And then I saw the video. I was like, that doesn't look like anything.
It does not look like anything in the video. Seeing it in person, I thought that they were about to get into fisticuffs. I thought it was going to be another Anthony situation because at this point, Anthony had already had his situation outside. And so the two of them are just kind of pushing each other back and forth. At one point, I like put my hand in the middle of them because I was like, this needs to not happen. Neither of them even paid any mind to me. So I immediately got out of that and had a wonderful conversation with Chatter BMC. And about 2 seconds after BMC and I started chatting at the bar, the cops come in and ask the bartender, hey, we need to talk with somebody about an assault that happened. And that's when Anthony got pulled out.
What a wild night.
Yeah, I know. Both the NYPD and the FDNY were there. It was a crazy, crazy night.
EMTs, police, you name it. Everything was showing up for that.
Star-studded.
All right, Lucy, go use the
go
bathroom.
pee.
Jesus Christ. Thank you very much, Donna G. Bubble Popper 24 says, this is for recording and covering Kiki's set. Yes, don't worry. It's going to be a lot of fun. David R. Fuller. Some more money for the Ooga Booga wife comment. Thank you. Thank you for that, David.
The gift that keeps on giving.
You know, it annoys me because Kevin Brennan talks about my wife all the time, obviously. Sure. But he's also always bringing up Patrick Melton's wife. She's like, oh, why isn't Melton's wife at Hackamania? Why don't you go to these things? We don't think that Kevin lives with his wife. He went on the Legion of Skanks back in 2015 and talked about how they moved out. And they don't live in the same house anymore. Mm. So I've talked to like Ray DeVito about this and other people who would know what's going on. And no one knows what's going on with Kevin Brennan. He's got the green screen now. He's podcasting all day and all night, all hours of the night. It doesn't seem like he's happily married. So I want to know where his Ooga Booga wife was. So what? Fair question. Brian Johnson is here.
Even I can pronounce Sioux City.
Fuck, he got me good with that one. God damn it.
Thank you.
The reply guy.
I was saying boo earns.
Yes. Whatnot Chaser. John has nobody left. None of his homeboys showed up. Not even Narcan Dan. Yeah. He was talking about how his crew was going to be there and Hitman Dan was going to be there, and none of them showed up for this.
No family, nothing.
Yeah. That is interesting. That's something that I forget.
Yeah.
He had no one except for Keanu and Gino. And I think Keanu and Gino are both like, ugh, what are we doing? Because they were both very friendly to me. So there's that. AO 1012. More delusional after Friday. John or Gino claiming he and Keanu both killed. It's a tough call. I have a Gino story. Remind me about my Gino story. I'll tell that one too. Florida 49er fan. So, Carol, are you telling me that you don't want the Stuttering John fan club t-shirts you ordered? That's correct. Florida 49er fan. I'm out of the club. Silence do good. I realized after Rodney's events that John is afraid of getting along with people. It takes courage to be vulnerable, and it's easier for him to sit alone and convince himself they're bad people. Yeah, that's interesting. I think he's a lonely man, but he can't remedy it. So you could be onto something there. Aaron Brown coming in.
Just curious if anyone still cares about me. I am a sensitive lady and am pouting about nothing, of course. But my ego and cooter hurts. John, may I soap your balls now? I know Tookie did nothing wrong.
No one really is talking about OJ that I've seen.
Someone once asked me if Trump was good for comedy. Today, I'm standing in front of the racist, lying Anthony Cumia to explain how Trump has destroyed not only comedy, but also this whole country.
Sorry, we didn't get it in time. Detroit Dabbler coming in.
If HJ had telepathy, that audience would have been done for after humiliating him like that. Then old Asa would have had to finish him off in the bathtub.
Yikes. Carl coming with $5 says, Anthony, if you're coming to Hackamania, would you give me your shirt size, please? Naveed thinks he's Bob Zamuda, having Stubborn John being Kaufman. I think Anthony's an L, Carl. I'll speak for Anthony on this one. Looking forward to seeing Hackamania, and Anthony will be there.
So I chimped out over words and lied to the cops about it. It's always those people that can't choose words but can only resort to violence. I learned it from a black woman. Ooga booga Kumia out.
that is his sign off now. Carl says, Anthony, get his child support arrearment court docs. I mean, those are phenomenal. We went through those on a bonus show on WATP. Dumb comment. John will look up the definitions of all those words when Ava finds out what a woman is. Connor coming with $5. If John wasn't such an egomaniac, he could turn his act into a Rocky Horror Picture performance and be beloved. I talked about this with Tommy Wiseau. John could show one too many or something, and people would show up and clown him, and they have a Q&A, and he could make a lot of money doing that.
Or instead of showing the movie, he would just read Anthony Cumia's arrest record.
See, I don't think people would show up for that.
Yeah,
I think it's really boring.
I feel like they wouldn't.
I feel like that's really boring.
Yeah.
It's legendary, though.
It's not great.
Anthony, you better have Jimmy on WABC with you again soon, or else.
I was talking to Anthony about a very cool thing that's going to be happening soon. I'll tease you with that. Adam Bush is here. The great Adam Bush.
To compete with Rodney's, my karaoke number at Hackamania will be me reading John's divorce records.
Nice.
All right, Adam. Sounds good. A Dunder Mifflin Tuna.
Carl, I appreciate you covering for my fall down the steps, but calling the EMTs was a little over the top.
That wasn't you, Mike. Nancram. Sorry, Carl. I forgot to put a big word in my super tip. Yes, you're supposed to do that to fuck with me. And I even fucked up small words. So there's
no
that.
challenge needed.
Exactly. Grandpa Ernie became a new YouTube member. Thank you very much for that. Pest is here. You hear Stuttering John is thinking of pressing charges on Tojo. I mean, it's so stupid. The police have better things to do with their fucking time. Everyone's fine. Is everyone okay? Is everyone all right? I love Pest. Pest does a great job, especially for my new show, Dabbleverse Live on Thursdays. The great Dr. Steve will be on Blind Mike's channel this Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. We cover the Dabbleverse, and the Clippers do a great job of covering it for us. SJ's Ghoul was insufferable spinning this yesterday. I know. It was hard to watch. I don't even know. I have some clips. I don't know if I want to play them or not. Like, Ava will just say something that's innocuous and just crack up laughing. It's like, are you high? Are you retarded? Okay. That monster
That
Ava
answers
is
that.
destroying John. Raper butt, comedy at the Carlson greater than Rodney's. Yeah, no shit.
Absolutely.
PD Jr. says, Tojo ruined the moment like he ruined the BAFTA awards, stuttering prick. Wait, that was Tojo at the BAFTA awards? Red 473, F your mom. John is literally arguing that he's brave for just participating, actually arguing for a participation trophy. Well, he does the same thing with his Duca definitions thing. It's like, well, at least I'm trying something. No, it sucks.
He gets a gold star.
Daniel Adams, this whole situation is amazing. I agree. What a fun Friday night. Evans Gate. What was your observations on his actual height? So when I saw Vince the lawyer at Sullivan's, I was doing this little piggy for my hotel room, And Anthony's like, hey, we're going to be over at Sullivan's. So I joined them later on. I was stupid podcasting with Moody and Melton instead of hanging out with Anthony. But I walked in and Vince the Warrior is there. And I go, wow, you're even shorter in person. But I will say this. What is that noise? I want to murder everyone.
It's my pacemaker.
Both John and Vince the Warrior are short guys, but not in like a weird, creepy, noticeable way. I have friends who are shorter. I don't really take note of that all that much. It doesn't bother, like it bothers short people more than it bothers me that they're short.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like I'm not just like, whoa, look at this fucking tiny little dweeb. It's just like, it's fine.
You have to be really short for it to be noticeable.
Yeah.
I will say though, so I also was over at Sullivan's and
You had some big heels on your boots too. I think you were as tall as me.
Yeah, I was wearing very high heels.
Yeah, so you're way over John.
But
and
I will
Vince.
also say that when I was at Sullivan's and Vince came in, I'm pretty sure that sitting down I was still taller than him.
Yeah.
And John was shorter than that.
Wow. There you go.
I mean, I didn't see the two of them standing next to each other, so that could just be perception. but
Girls pay attention to height.
That's
for
how it
guys
felt.
more than we do.
I was too busy being excited about John's physique.
Maud Levy says, the new Duke, we speak your name. Yes, Anthony killed it. I appreciate him coming on here. Geary Rexwork says, Sleepy Kaylee still has pretty eyes. Nap time.
Thank you.
Hey, Sleepy Kaylee?
Yeah, so sleepy.
Dan Varney with another $50. Thank you, Dan. Says, Aunt, the big boss, we all love you. And I heard that someone approached you and said it was me. If that's true, it wasn't me. You owned him the other night.
Can we all be Dan Varney?
No, I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's true.
Dan Varney rules. We appreciate Dan a lot on this channel. Thank you, Dan. This is one of your good friends, Lucy. BMC 30 coming in.
Yay.
$5. If you listen to John's recounting of Friday compared to everyone else's, you'd think we weren't at the same show.
Yes.
It was nice to meet you, BMC. Good to see you. Thanks for being there. Why am I thanking people for being there? I feel like it was my event.
Because you had so much fucking fun.
It was great. Meat Puppet. I mean, if it wasn't sold out, it wouldn't have been the same. The fact that it was packed made it better. Meat Puppet gave us a $20 super sticker. Thank you very much for that, Meat Puppet. Vinny Buck says, that night at Rodney's proved that George Lucas didn't need to employ makeup artists on dwarves to make Ewoks / Awas. Is it Jawas, I think? He could have just fed him Ozempic. Oh, yeah. I guess they didn't have Ozempic back then. Revenge of Penis Wrinkle. The only reality is mine. John Edward Melendez. That's it. Scouts Photo. In defense of Kumia, drunkenly biting a woman's hand like a dog is the most humorous way to get a domestic violence charge. What not, Chase says, the sooner SJ becomes worm food, the better. No, disagree. We want it to last forever. Sorcerer says, that's the reason a phoenix is mythical, rare to see. Sorcerer says, Anna's right. Always the worst door is why we watch. Yep, he always chooses the wrong decision. Dave D. Doors, Stuttering John is textbook narcissist. Yes, he is. Hey, Carl, Rosie Joe is pretty. Have her on more. Sup, Aunt? You're the man. Where are the Opster lately? LOL. Mary Beth, do you still have an OnlyFans people can check out if they want to see more of you?
They can. It's still up there. I rarely post on it, but you can talk to me on there, I guess.
And people would find that where?
onlyfans.com/MaryBethRosie, I think.
That sounded
She
so
said
I
with
don't know.
confidence.
No, I'm going with I'm sort of changing it up a bit and
Okay.
going with rosiejoe.studio is
Oh.
going to be my new work. Like, I mean, the site's up, but it's, but that's where it will be.
Well, I'm sorry to give you a plug you were not ready to present to us.
Yeah, no, I really wasn't. I'm sorry.
But thank you, Lil. We appreciate it. Don Jr. Miss Judy wrote jokes for John. Send Miss Judy the link. Oh, yeah, I saw her in the chat earlier. If she's still here. Hi, Miss Judy. The real Anthony Cumia, let's talk Sue Lightning. Why so triggered?
From Sioux City.
Sorcerer, $10 says, imagine something really awful happening to you, especially at a young age, and you told yourself a different story over and over to feel better. You would eventually get better and better at that. Yeah. Interesting. See, the sorcerer, we're just trying to have fun, have some chuckles and things, and the sorcerer's like telling us real stuff we have to think about. Yeah, you're right.
We hate thinking over here.
That's what's happening. Mike's so nice. Says, great show on Friday, Ant. Sorry, John ruined it. That's funny. Aaron Brown, the Duke of Delusions. That dumb fuck. Germs Pyromobile. Lucy Tightbox looking fine.
Thank you.
Chris Baldessano. John came up to me pre-show. He tasked me and said, hey, I'm John. I was like, do you remember me? I said, I'm Ant's friend Chris. And he went, oh, yeah. How are you? Good to see you. And shook my hand. What the fuck? Why are you getting handshakes and shit? I just stare at the guy's back the whole time. Turns away from me.
Look at him so lovingly.
I know. I was very inviting with my eyes, according to John. Bill Collins. John's completely delusional. He thinks his life is a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Hey. Dan Varney, $50. The amount of delusional thoughts that these three have makes you want to seek clinical help to make sure I'm not insane. It's crazy. Dan, you're not insane. Keep doing everything that you're doing. You're on the right path. We love you. Thank you for supporting this program and this channel. It is much appreciated. James R. Is that April in the bottom right corner? That is not April Inholt or April Anderson or April, whoever she is now. That's Rosie Joe, I'm being told.
Yes,
I called her Mary Bethel Friday night. So
that's fine.
Dan Varney, $10. Space Nerd is second in command in the Varney army. You mess with her, you mess with all the troops. Morty Smith. What did Carl say to KB about his wife? Ooga booga? Yeah. I think I did. Sorcerer, my bad. Boobs. Is that better? Yes! Now you get it. See you at Hackamania, Sorcerer? You going to be there again, buddy? I hope we get to hang out with Sorcerer. I hung out with him in AC. That was fun. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Keanu. Keanu came up to me after the show and said, hey, Carl, let's be friends again or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But what I like to do with my friends is make fun of them for sucking. So that's how I'm a bad friend, I guess, is what you could say. Because I recorded Keanu's set, and boy, did she bomb at this show. It's miraculous. And the reason why I'm going to play this for you, I know people say like, oh, you shouldn't record people's stand-up set. And it's not a good thing to do. But Keanu has been going on and talking about how unfunny I am everywhere she goes. And then John will be like, yeah, you're funny. And she'll be like, I know. So I'm like, hold on a second. You can call me unfunny all you want, and I will not argue with you, and it's fine. But don't also think that you're funny when you have one of the worst stand-up sets I've ever seen. And let me remind everyone that both her and Gino think they're actual working comedians. They think their jobs is streaming and doing comedy. And they're terrible at both of those things. They're not making any fucking money doing that. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Before we get into the comedy set, John was very angry with Keanu because Keanu had Anthony on her show. And that's not cool.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think Keanu's going to mind me saying this. I was a little, let's say, perturbed by Keanu. Not like I love Keanu. But when I went to super chat her on, what was it? Wednesday night? Yeah, on Wednesday night, I clicked on her show and Ava had just super chatted her, a tenor. That's how vivid my memory is.
Yeah, when it comes to people getting money, you sure do remember that.
Other people.
Yep.
Other people.
And then I was about to send Keanu a tenor.
Wow. And I said, maybe not.
Yeah, well, I've already gave her a tenor. She doesn't need another one.
I'd rather keep this.
Give her 10 large.
What a wild thing to say. I almost super chatted my friend $10, but then I didn't. Let's find out why.
But then when I got there, she has Pocky calling me the village idiot and all this shit. And, I get it. And Keanu wasn't really paying attention because Gavin was there. And Keanu focused on Gavin. It wasn't a big deal, but I was mad for that moment.
Wow. He was so mad at her. But he also gives her a break. She was paying attention to that. She would have corrected the record about me being the village idiot had she been listening to him.
Which is why it was worth bringing up at all.
Oh, dude. So he has to explain that when they got to the venue, and I'm happy to say that I saw Gino and Keanu when they first got there, and I did greet her as hello, piss face. I don't think she was ready for that because she's like, oh, I'm humming clubfoot. All right, you got me. So when Pissface and John met up at the club, they met up in the green room, and John was still mad at Pissface for having Anthony on the show. And so they had to make up. And of course, in order to make up with John, you have to apologize.
She apologized. She was like, yeah, she didn't think about it. Like, but Keanu's an angel in my book. I love Keanu. And it was squashed immediately. And, and.
So good news, Keanu. He still wants to fuck you. Even though you had Anthony on.
Congratulations.
Yes. Even though you had Anthony
what
on
a
the
win.
Show. He talks more about this.
It wasn't really that I was that mad. Like, I mean, we were texting afterwards, but it was just like, I mean, she doesn't understand how much I loathe Pocky and all the shit Pocky's done. And
she does.
I mean, there is a deep hatred that I have for this Pocky Putz that she'll never get because, I mean, his attack on my children.
Here we go.
Fucking coward that he is.
But you got the better of him, remember? So you're the winner in all of this. Why are you so angry about all of this? Doesn't make any sense. So I'm glad, Lucy, you're hearing this for the first time. I didn't realize that I remember you getting up and leaving a couple of times when I was stayed in the showroom. So I'm sitting next to Mary Beth and Brian Johnson, and Keanu comes on, and I get my phone right out and start recording some audio. And Keanu, I've heard her set before, so she's been doing the same set for a little while. And she's doing her vibrator bit. And the vibrator bit is about how her dad mailed her vibrator after she moved to New York. And, she's like, oh, how embarrassing, blah, 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 bling. There's a couple of different things that happen in the story. And then when she gets to the final punchline, you'd think that would be like the big laugh for the bit.
I texted my dad, his name is Tom. I said, Tom, you couldn't have saved me the embarrassment? He said, no, it was much funnier this way. Ridiculous, oh my gosh. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you heard a couple chuckles. This is a room with 120, 140 people in it, okay? So at the beginning of her set, there's a couple of people chuckling along with what's going on. One of the things that Keanu does, and I'll just remind everyone that she recently called me a nobody. One of the things that she does is she talks about her husband, Gino, a lot in her set. As if Gino is like the super famous person that everyone knows. Like, well, you're married to Gino. You must address that, obviously. So she does.
And if you don't know me, I know what you're thinking. Since he's 24 years older than me, I know you're probably thinking, like, Keanu, she married some old rich man. She married for money. Ha ha ha, he's a comedian. He's basically impoverished, okay? No, I did not marry for money.
So she thought the joke was all comedians have no money. But what's actually happening is that Gino, thinking he's a comedian, makes it so he has no money. Because there's lots of comedians who have lots of money. Yes. So I didn't understand that joke. Like all the comedians that we know of, the Nate Bargatze and Seinfelds and Shane Gillis's and all these people that you know are rich.
Yeah.
Even Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
He's barely a comedian.
Yeah, I'm getting pissed.
Is rich.
That was the quietest that I heard that room the whole night.
It gets quieter.
No, it does not.
And then it gets louder as people stop paying attention.
No.
It's so bad.
That's crazy. Also, you unlocked a memory of mine, which was that at one point when I was out in the bar before anybody went up on the stage, I did get to meet and interact with somebody who was a huge Keanu fan. Okay. And I said, so do you think she's just going to do her normal set? And he said, yes. And then he told me her entire set. And that was actually why I felt like it was okay for me to get up during this.
Yep. She did 12 minutes and it was her normal set.
Yep.
So quick note, Tom Myers would use the word impoverished. It's not a funny word.
Right.
Broke hits harder.
Impoverished.
Yeah.
Impoverished?
Single syllable. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. And she is stupid. So You just heard her say, I didn't marry for money. I'm not a gold digger. Gino's broke. And then she actually said something real here, which was hilarious. This was the funniest thing she said.
What I married for is he's handsome, he's funny, and he has a huge amount of credit card debt. So,
okay.
No, I'm teasing. I just think like I'll make it a really.
I know that voice.
So you hear me out there. He has $33,000 in credit card debt. We all know this. It's public record. And she goes, no.
I can
I'm
hear my
teasing about
husband
that.
laugh.
Yeah, you can hear Brian laughing. You can hear me going, what?
It's like when we all went to see Joe Matarese and we were being so much fucking louder.
Yes.
Making better jokes than him.
All right, so then she's doing this joke about how, he's a lot older than she is. And so she's looking forward to someday dropping him off at hospice. That's like the premise of this joke.
I just have daydreams of like dropping him off at hospice, right? Like, I'll see you later, sweetie. Maybe. Right? It's horrible. That's good. You know what? Come to find out, it's not where I thought it was. Very good. That's very good. Very good. I love it. Oh my gosh.
So she got heckled there. Someone's like, do you know where Latvia is now? She's like, oh yeah, it turns out it wasn't where I thought it was. So I don't know if something happened on her stream or something. She was embarrassed. But the joke bombs, gets no response at all. Then she gets heckled and she can't handle it. She's not ready for that.
Very good. Very good.
She calls me a nervous wreck. She's a nervous wreck on stage. It does not go well for her. So then she tells this story. It's all about Gino. She tells this story about this time that they were vacationing in Florida. And I'll let her speak for herself here.
My husband and I were in Florida a couple of months ago for a gig, okay? Right? On the last day, my husband lost his shoes. Spoiler alert, he only brought one pair of shoes, okay? We get into the Uber to go to the airport, right? And I went, they're not going to let you into the airport like that. He's like what? I'm like, you don't have any fucking shoes on, right? My husband, a normal person that's not Eugene Visconti, would go, you know what, buddy, can we make an extra stop? Let's stop at a CVS, I'll get a pair of flip-flops or something. Not my husband. He goes, Keanu, just give me your shoes. And I took a deep breath, and I went, you know what? He just wants to know what it's like to walk a mile in my shoes, right? He wants to know full fucking well what it's like to have willingly married a retarded person. So I gave him my shoes, and I have to tell you, he pranced through the airport like Carrie fucking Bradshaw, like walking down Madison Avenue, and I looked at him and I went, oh my gosh.
Is there ever a payoff to this rambling and coherent nonsense? So then after that, what he does, and then when she made the Terry Bradshaw reference, Brian Johnson turns to me and goes, like, I'm not a big sports guy, and even I know that's so dated. Terry Bradshaw was a star quarterback in the 70s. What is she talking? Why did she bring up Terry Bradshaw?
I might make myself sound very retarded right now.
Sure.
Is that not Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City?
Oh, is that what she meant?
That makes a lot more sense.
That makes a lot more sense.
Prancing through the airport.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense.
I'm very
then.
proud of myself for
Good job.
understanding pop culture from 15 years ago.
That wasn't that retarded.
Thank you.
Very
Okay,
good.
good. Sports. What an idiot.
So normally there's like, as you're going through your story about like, and then he forgot his shoes and he only had one pair of shoes and you'd think he'd stop and get another shoes, but no, he wanted my shoes and he's a dumb,
Walk
no
a mile?
jokes. Yeah, I know.
That was mind-boggling.
No jokes in that at all. None of it connected.
I had a
lovely
lovely interaction with Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
That's mind-boggling.
Well, I'm going to play for you the biggest laugh she got the entire night.
Okay, good.
Listen closely.
Yes.
It's fabulous. Easy, he's not gay. Sit down, Carl. It's all right. Well, your erection club. Okay. He's not gay. However, Eugene that day he did look very light in my loafers, all right? Oh my gosh.
Her calling me gay got the biggest reaction.
Then she backed off it immediately. He's not gay. He's not gay.
I think she was talking about a guy in the front row or something. And then she's like, oh, Carl, don't get up.
All right.
But maybe she was saying I wasn't gay. I don't know. Either way, I'm the nobody that she referenced for some reason during her set and actually got a reaction from. So then she gets off of Eugene finally. She starts doing other material. And listen to the nervous laughter after this bomb.
Oh, Lord. Charlie Kirk's dead. That sucks. That's awful. Yeah. Oh, is she going to talk about Charlie Kirk? Gird your loins. I'm just teasing. It's not about him. It's not about Charlie, okay? Here's my thing. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. That's terrible. That's terrible, right? It's just funny they caught the wrong guy at first, right? Yeah. At what point did you shoot the Kirk? I shot the Kirk? I shot the Kirk. Thank you. That's a very niche My Cousin Vinny reference. There you go. No.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. But if you're going to have a joke in your act that no one gets, kind of just take it out probably. That was a niche one no one's going to get. Okay. Good stuff.
Explaining it does not make it any funnier.
Oh, definitely not. Again, the nervous laughter thing that she has. And I wouldn't even point it out so much if she didn't say I was a nervous wreck all the time. So then she gets into her gender reveal party portion of her set. And she's just losing the room here. She takes so long to set these things up. It just goes on and on. Word economy is not her friend.
It's crazy. As if you could reveal the gender of your baby, right? As if your baby's not going to slide out of your womb, crawl to the nearest iPad,
I'm sorry.
watch 6
Can you pause it for 1 second? Wait, there's a lot more room noise happening at
Yeah,
this
it's getting
point.
she's losing people.
Yeah, people are completely lost at this point. How long do you think between the last joke when it was relatively quiet and I could hear a pin drop and this moment right now?
Minutes.
Minutes. Okay.
Couple
All right,
minutes.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's wild.
It's crazy. As if you could reveal the gender of your baby, right? As if your baby's not going to slide out of your womb, crawl to the nearest iPad, watch 6 TikToks, and choose its own gender. But I digress. Here's my thing.
Whoa. I mean, literally not a reaction at all.
I can barely hear her.
I mean, she could be heard in the room, and she told her joke, and it gets absolutely nothing. So then she goes on more gender reveal jokes.
If we're making up reasons to throw parties, I just feel like we should have something that I like to call a decision reveal party, right? It's the same concept, except you invite your family and friends over and you reveal whether you're having an abortion or not. Happens just a few months earlier, right? You get the box, you fill it with balloons, except this time it's like this. White balloons, we're pregnant. Black balloons, we are no longer pregnant. And the gender reveal, you know, the cake, it's either pink or blue on the inside, right? And the decision reveal, it's like this. We're having the baby birthday cake. We're having an abortion, red velvet, right? And if it's angel food cake, she miscarried. Everybody go home. If it's just a pile of cookie dough, it's retarded. Okay. Fruit cake, obviously.
I mean, she's lost all confidence. She's lost the room. She's telling all these jokes that none of them are landing. Nobody cares. And you're saying like, well, no one's listening, Carl. She can't be heard over the talking. However, she then introduces Gino, who's already been on stage at this point and already done his act. Remind me about that. And so you'll notice here, people are paying attention.
You know what happened? A couple weeks ago, I was here at this club. Speaking of my husband, give it up for Gino Biscotti. Wasn't he fabulous?
So I'm not saying everyone's paying attention, but people are paying attention. There's proof right there. Give it up for Gino Bisconte. Oh, yeah, give it up for Gino Bisconte.
They recognize that her act might be over. Wow. They're like happy about it.
It's funny you say that too. But so now she's transitioned back into Gino Bisconte material.
Oh.
Because of her super famous husband that we all know so much
Never
about.
mind.
that we need to hear more about.
2 weeks ago, we were at this club performing, and Gino was hosting. And a woman in the bathroom came up to me, and she was like, "Do you work here?" And I said, "I'm a comic." She said, "Oh, I won't say anything." And I went, "No, do tell, please." She said, "The guy that's the host is so fucking annoying. He makes everyone uncomfortable." And I said to her, "Your secret's safe with me, but he makes me uncomfortable every single day. He makes my family uncomfortable. He makes my friends uncomfortable. He made me uncomfortable at my wedding." Absolutely ridiculous. My God. Oh, speaking of my husband. You guys remember the,
Oh, you kind of trailed off there. What was that? Yeah, what were you talking about? Like, those aren't even punchlines.
No.
The host made us uncomfortable at our table. Oh, he made me uncomfortable. At our wedding, I was uncomfortable. My marriage, I'm uncomfortable.
Marriage, am I right?
I mean, holy shit. You got to come up with like an example. It's like Pat all over again. Like, okay, set the premise. Here's an example. Make it funny. Make something funny out of that after you say that. So this is Mary Beth. You were talking about this earlier. This is fucking hilarious right here. This is my favorite part of the show.
This is complete and utter bedlam tonight. Give it up for yourselves. I love it. It's fabulous. Oh, I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this.
No more jokes. I'll leave you with this. I was like, yeah, it's finally over. That's so embarrassing.
Shit, I was just kidding before.
It really happened that way.
Wow.
As I'm hearing that audio again, I'm laughing the exact same way.
Nope. We were all rolling. You, me, and Brian were just rolling, watching this. We're all like, what is going on with this show? And then she says that. People are like, yeah. So then she gets to her closing joke. And I don't think Anthony Cumia did this on purpose. But Anthony yells out the punchline because it's so obvious and ruins her closing joke. This is amazing.
During the pandemic, I started an OnlyFans, okay? It was a fun experiment. It was crazy, whatever. I don't have it anymore, right? What's that? You should see my wiki feed. It's wild. Yeah, it's wild. I had an OnlyFans during the pandemic, right? And I just want to leave you with this. I don't have one anymore, so please, when you leave here, do me a favor. Please don't Google Keanu Thompson's asshole, okay? I just don't want you. Step on my joke, Kumia! You step on my joke! If you Google Keanu Thompson's asshole.
So Anthony, understanding how jokes work, yells out, Gino comes up, and she goes, you ruined my joke. Anthony goes, oh, I ruined your joke. He didn't know that he was spoiling the punchline. He was just trying to be funny in the moment. And what a horrible collapse of a stand-up show that was. Rosie Joe, anything I missed there?
Yeah, I mean, pretty well nailed it.
It was so embarrassingly bad. And again, sure, Keanu, when she's not trying to insult people, is a wonderful person. She's not a comic. It's not. This is not happening. This set that she does is brutal. People are not laughing at it.
She did make fun of a Down syndrome person or whatever, and I do take a little bit of offense to that because my Down syndrome kid, as mentioned earlier, is a hell of a lot smarter than Keanu.
Yes, and funnier too.
I believe that.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's hilarious. She's
shit. All right, we'll wrap things up in a moment. Let's talk real quick, Lucy and Rosie Joe. I'm calling you because that's your name on the thing. Let's talk about some of the highlights, some of the things that happened at this event that we enjoyed. I'll tell you something I didn't enjoy. So we get there, and immediately I go up to the bar and order a Michelob Ultra bottle.
Fancy.
Yep. And then I think Lucy wanted one, and I forget who else, maybe Raper Butt, I forget. Anyway, I order a whole round of Michelob Ultra bottles. And they put them up on the bar, and they start opening them up, and I touch it, and I go, this is warm. And they go, oh, it is? Hey, when did you put the beers in the cooler? He goes, just now. It's Friday night. It's 7 p.m. And you guys just loaded the cooler with warm beers?
I want to fire people.
I was like, do you have anything that's cold? I'd like one of those, please. And then they gave us some weird can of generic
Garage
something around.
Here you are, your majesty.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like they blew on it. There, is it cold enough now? Fuck you. So then Anthony walks up, and I guess he didn't hear me because he orders a McAlter. I go, don't order that. They're warm. And they open one for him. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, God.
So that was a weird way to start things. You have a club that's sold out, that's packed with people, and the service was terrible. You were talking about this on Blind Mike this morning. We got seated relatively early. Yep. We wanted to get in the showroom and see what it was doing, and things started pretty late, so we didn't know, and we never got a server.
Never. And there was a 2-drink minimum.
And we were supposed to have to buy stuff.
I wish I had 2 drinks.
Yeah.
So at one point, your husband, Brian, grabs a guy who's walking past and goes, hey, do we have a server? And the guy's like, I don't know. I guess you guys want something. And you had to
You had to beg for drinks. I was watching you and Brian beg for drinks.
Yes.
And nobody ever came up to me. Nobody ever came up to Zen. I mean, we had to go out to the bar. That was the whole reason that I left during Keanu's set was because I was like, I got to go get a drink.
Well, I was back and forth a lot too because I'm an alcoholic. No, because if you went out to get a drink at the bar, they argued with you about it.
Yeah.
They didn't want to serve you at the bar. Like, no, you can't get a drink here. I'm like, I got to be able to get a drink somewhere.
I can't get a drink.
They kept saying to you, if you went up to the bar, they would say, just so you know, this does not factor into your 2-drink minimum. Once you're in the showroom, you're still going to have to get 2 drinks once you're in there. We couldn't get drinks in there.
And that was wild because the show ends abruptly. John storms off.
That guy got a drink.
He did 10 minutes.
He had 4 drinks.
He did 10 minutes instead of 40. So they never gave people their checks. They had no system in place. So then the announcer comes on. It's just like, no one can leave without a green ticket. You have to have this stupid green ticket stub thing.
People sit the fuck down.
To prove that you paid for your 2
because you get
drinks.
the green ticket once you pay your bill.
Right.
Now, for me and for Lucy, who we were sitting with each other, I was like, well, I never bought anything, so there's no way I can obtain one of these green tickets, you know? And so I wasn't worried about them. So there's a bunch of us. Well, I'll just walk out.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big blackout. Holy shit. Security, the way they patted me down going into the place, it was like I was going into jail. Like they was like all around the crotch, all the way down the legs, like into the boots.
I mean, I was jealous.
This was it was so interesting. So both Rosie Joe and I, we went in around the same time and they were patting down the guys very aggressively. You got the whole cup and balls. It was insane.
I had a boner.
And all they did was look in our purses, right?
Yeah.
They were like, can I look in your purse? I didn't get a single pat down. I could have been.
They looked in Carl's coin purse.
He didn't even ask to look at my purse. I just showed him.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I don't even know if that's what we were supposed to do.
I'm like, could you just like lick your finger first, please?
At least look me in the eye.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was so weird. They just looked in your guys' purses and then felt us all up.
It was pretty fun to watch, actually. I really enjoyed it.
It was weird.
Raper butt was getting raped in her butt. It was, I didn't. All right, leave me alone.
No, continue.
Let's move on. I don't like that we're sitting with it right now.
So anyway, security was tight, but then when we left the
I
club,
hate all of you so fucking much.
when we left the club, it was, you were concerned about it.
I
You
was
were
so
freaking
nervous.
out.
Yeah, I'm a rule abider. I don't like
know.
breaking rules.
I know, but we were
So I
able
didn't
to-
have a green ticket, and I was very scared.
We walked right out. You know, if I had a pull rank, I could have explained.
I'm Lady K.
Did you hear?
I'm the
Did
guy
you
that
hear people calling me gay?
Keanu called me gay from the stage, so I get a pass on this one. The chants were very funny. Anthony punching that guy or whatever he did, assaulting that guy on the street was fun.
Million laughs.
Vince and Zennhauser fighting was silly.
Rodney falling down the stairs.
Ray DeVito obviously saw my segment from Dabbleverse Live and was telling me all about him getting laid and giving me more details about it.
Oh.
Because I was making fun of him because he's like, he didn't use protection. So he immediately is panicking and taking antibiotics that a person told him to take. And
I was wearing a helmet.
Well, then it turns out he did wear a condom, which is the funniest fucking. I wasn't gonna spoil it. I don't know if Ray told me that in private or whatever, but he was just like, Carl, just I was wearing a condom. I'm like, then what the fuck are we talking about?
It's the same one I always use.
Just turn it inside out, and you're good to go.
Shit, we have fun.
It is fun. Dee Dee was there with Vince the Warrior. And I didn't really see many interactions between those two.
I didn't see any interactions with them. I did interact with Dee Dee a little bit. It seemed like things might have been a little contentious.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. But that storyline has gotten completely buried with all of the other excitement. So
it's too much
going
on.
Who knows?
There's too much going on.
I'd like to see Dee Dee talking about it. I don't know if she has.
So I want to say this. Last week, I didn't know if I was going to go or not. And I was kind of debating it up until like Wednesday. I wasn't sure what the deal was. And part of me was thinking, well, John goes and redeems himself and it's hard to make fun of him after this. So am I going to like the end of the Dabbleverse? Is that what this is going to be? And will that be enjoyable? It kind of seems like that would suck. And I could not have had a better time. I'm so glad I went. Hanging out with everyone was great. I'm so glad so many people came out to this thing and made it a sellout and talked to tons of people who love WATP and love the Dabbleverse and everything that's going on. So people flew in from all over the place for this thing. It was fucking cool. It was really cool. So thanks to, I guess Anthony really got the ball rolling on like, I'm going to go. Like, oh yeah, we should all probably go to this thing. It's a really good idea. And
it was an incredible, incredible night.
I messaged Brian, Thursday? I messaged him and said, are you guys going to this? And I don't think you guys had decided until the last minute, right?
I was under the impression that we were not going, and then I took a shower, and when I came out of the shower, he's like, well, I guess we're going tonight. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's right. I would have messaged him on Friday.
You text him Friday, and
that's hilarious.
Told you that we were going, so we went,
Nice.
and it was
Yeah.
craziness going in, which is a whole other thing, but
so
we made it. It was fun. I had a good time. I've never had so much fun booing someone. Like, I've never got to boo someone. I've been to a lot of comedy shows.
Right. I've never booed anyone at a comedy show before. So Zen tells us ahead of time, he's like, yeah, I got a report. He's just going to read Anthony's police report from 2015. And we went, okay, well, then what? He's like, well, then we start chanting refund. It's like, oh, okay, that'll be fun. So John comes up and starts doing just that. And just the boos that started coming out. And even I was like, boo! I couldn't wait to boo that asshole. It sucked so bad.
It was really fun. Really fun.
Yes, it definitely was. So good to see everybody who was there. And thanks for coming out. Thanks for being part of this special episode that we did. All right, I got 2 Bert Kreischer segments, and then we'll talk about Brendan Schaub. And, we'll wrap up here. Supertip.gg/WTP. Rosie Joe, do you have to run off? I don't want to keep you if
Oh,
you
no,
got things
I'm
to do.
fine.
All right, hang out with us then. Our bad coming in. I am so devastated. My wife of 31 years was up for driving from New Jersey for The Boss and the Deadbeat Drunkard. Once she heard Cutie Kaylee and her amazing twins would be there, trip canceled. Are you kidding me?
That's malarkey. I want to meet your wife.
So wait, your boobs are actually stopping people from attending things?
This
That
is not
can't be
good.
real.
That can't be.
But they are real.
Is Lucy single?
Very single. Ready to mingle. Happy Valley Wrecking Crew coming in. Estee said he was texting with a young lady yesterday. Kate Tapes 3.0? Probably. Nick the Fed.
Vote for Drew Lane, mayor of Titty City.
Agreed. Drew Lane's in the chat. Thanks for being here, Drew. Always good to see you, buddy. Colin Madden coming in. Keanu C. Thompson. I'm just spitballing. That's funnier than piss face.
Yeah.
Keanu C. Thompson.
Oh, no.
That's good. Labyrinth Mystic. Okay, Carl. What's the Ava and John Portmanteau? Portmanteau? What's the question? Anyone know? Bueller? Drunk engineer.
Oh, Kiki, honey, please just go get a job working the cash register at a CVS in Harlem and never subject anyone to this act again.
It's wild, these people. We're comics. That's why we're broke. No, you're bad comics. That's why you're broke. I didn't tell my Geno story. God damn it. So, Ed the editor, keep this part in. So Geno's on stage doing his act. I've seen Geno's act before, and I heard Blind Mike talking about this. He's like, he's a comic. He knows what he's doing. He does. Geno's good on stage. He's quick. He's interacting with the audience. He's telling jokes, but it just went on too long, and everyone's there to see John. So Geno's going on, and we all thought it'd be like a 10-minute set, but he did it seemed like 25 minutes.
It was over 20 for sure.
And he got into the COVID stuff, and I was like, okay, here we go. And so at a certain point, I'm like, I want to give this guy the light. And I think I turned to you or Mary Beth or someone. It's like, I'm going to give this guy the light. And then I let another 5 minutes go by, and he was still going. So I'm like, all right, fuck this. So I pull out my phone, and I put it on the flashlight mode, and I just do this thing to him because I'm in the back of the room. And Geno sees me, and at first he's like, and he sees it's me, and he's like, fuck. So it totally threw him off and fucked him up. He came up to me, not once, not twice, but thrice after the show. And was like, Carl, that was so funny when you gave me the light. I was like, I know, Geno. Yeah, it was enough. We were ready to move on with the show. But he was very complimentary of that.
It was really cute when you did it, too, because you could see him realize that it was you on stage. And then he did like a, oh, you kind of thing.
I didn't think he would know it was me because we're in the back of the room, but it's a small room, and it was lit up enough.
It was pretty bright.
Yeah, it was pretty bright, actually, in there. Anyway, that's my Geno story. Laverne Mystic. Another $5 says, Anne can be cordial with Keanu, but she's still piss-faced to you? Come on now, Carl. She's not the one suing you. Oh, but you give John the lovey eyes. All right. It's complicated. Let's put it that way. Compound David. When John walked by me, I had someone 5'5" next to him and I. He's definitely shorter than 5'5". Wow. Yeah, I should have spent more time studying.
Measuring him.
I should have brought a tape measure. Because I was standing right behind him when he was going into the showroom. I could have easily figured that out. Damn it. Eb Nye. 1969, Henderson Woodstock. 1979, the Sex Pistols at Manchester Lesser Free Trade Hall. 2026, Stut Joe at Rodney's Manhattan. This has been a great week. Yes, this will go down in history, in the history books. Were you there? Were you there?
No.
What a prick. I wasn't actually asking you. I was just like, in the future, people will...
I get it.
Damn it. Edwin Escobar says, those two are beautiful, and there are Rosie and Lucy with them. Oh, I was talking about Chris and
So
I.
nice.
Thought we were talking about boobies. I miss old Howard Stern. I'm surprised how uncomfortable Keanu was off stage. Yeah, she had a lot to balance, I think. John and all the people who don't like John who are there. No word from OJ since December 2025. Even Twitter dead. I think OJ's decided to leave the Dabbleverse. King of all dicks. KB works all hours for Ooga Booga AI. Ooga Booga alimony.
Yeah.
Got it. Can you not write alimony into YouTube? You have to fuck with that word. He only had one pair of shoes, says James Q. Legend. I know, what a great punchline. Morty Smith, you thought she said Terry Bradshaw? You're an idiot. We both thought she said Terry Bradshaw. We all thought she said. All thought she said Terry Bradshaw.
I mean, I do it.
Because I'm an idiot.
Can you hear that noise, Mary Beth, on your end?
Yes.
God damn it. What is that? It's like when you touch your computer, it seems like it starts doing it. Could it be this? Wait, what if I mute this? Nope, it's not that. All right, that's annoying. Go Steelers, dummy. Thank you, Buck Naked. Geary Racks, neither Gino nor Kiki are funny. Isotopes, however. Isotopes, however, indeed.
Yeah.
New album coming out soon. Dang Lizard, €5. So Kiki didn't do her squeegee pit. So she is 10 years too old for Patrick and the wrong gender. So she is 10 years too old for Patrick and the wrong gender. I'm not sure I'm following that. Patrick being a pedophile, I guess. Nick the Fed, $5. Lucy, next Detroit show, I'll bring my badge and cuffs and pat you down. I just don't want you to feel left out.
I am so excited for that.
Jesus Christ, Lucy. You got to stop saying yes to everything.
Never.
Got to put your foot down at some point. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm saying no to that, Carl.
Hey, Heck the Movies.
Tony Rack the Movie says, can't wait for Allentown. For some reason, none of my friends want to come see the worst comedian ever. Their loss.
Losers.
Please report back, and if you can get some footage, that'd be great as well, Tony. Alpha Pro 21 spoke with papers in front of face and far from mic. Yes, he did. That was his big show. Wait, was that making the noise? I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know where the noise is coming from. It's very frustrating. I do want to murder everyone. That's for sure.
Except.
Yeah. All right. Let's get caught up on the news, shall we? The people. What I love about this community, our WATP community, is that the people participate. You see that in the super tips, and the super chats. Mm-hmm. But you can also see it in our Discord, on our subreddit, in our Facebook group, on our YouTube page, and Spotify. People are communicating, and we like to cover what's going on in our segment called Internet News.
Sorry, there was nothing in the news this... Oh, wait a minute, there was that one thing. Here's Jen to tell you all about it.
From Dabblers Anonymous, No Sport points out the irony of Dum Dum reading his monologue every day. And Friday night it was ripped up in his face as chance of Pussy Boy rained down on him as he cowardly slinked away is the best ending for this fool. Neelax44 opines, biggest rake yet. Whatever ass kisser told him to read that police report really fucked up. John ran away like the biggest bitch in the universe. All-time humiliation. Chris, 1983. All his nerd buddies like Dirty Deeds and Vegas Jerry will tell him he owned the night. With Prick Schlub notes, John was totally lost when he realized he didn't have his beloved Bias to scold with. Fantastic Diver predicts he will try to spin challenging Stevie Lou to a fight as a win. He will say he knew doing his act would have killed, but he doesn't give a fuck. Altruistic Worker praises Anthony. I'll give it to Ant. Gave him a real intro. The guy's a pro. Artist Type takes us to Imagination Land. Imagine being introduced by someone who hates you and says the entire crowd hates you too. Epic fail by SJ. P. Dazzo Scarlet asks, does he have his new Skechers lift shoes on? Did mommy buy those little pansy boy? Socks 1912. An entire room of people chanting Oscar Turner to his stupid face. Chef's kiss. Just amazing. All for a few $100. What an absolute loser. Esoteric 420 reports, holy fuck. One more beer and he wouldn't have been able to stay on the stool. He was so fucking hammered. Still, I admit, I didn't think he was going to have the stones. I'm sure it was a group effort to convince him to get on that stage. Spanky Domingo asks for us all. Has there been any update on if the club will be paying SJ for his several-minute set of reading that 11-year-old police report that Ants talked about? Until, of course, Tommy Jordan yanked it out of his hand and ripped it up. And Buckley offers... John walked to the stage like he was going to a funeral. He was absolutely miserable. Once Ada Lego adds, and he was crying as he left the room. Real Base 466 theorizes, the crowd was primed to be won over and the fucking idiot didn't even try. It may be the low point of his life. R. Williams 1283, if he just did his act, the place would have gone nuts. Fan of the game speaks volumes. Once again, he just can't help but step on the biggest rake possible. Joe 2500 begs for reason. Whoa! Everyone take a step back and let's count our blessings. John has a nice rack. And Massive Brief plays us out with, not since Michael Richards or R. Bud Dwyer have we seen such a career-ending performance.
For anyone else, it would be a career ender, but the Duke just keeps it going.
A giant W.
Yep, keeps the lore, keeps the Dabbleverse going. John being this inept at performing in front of people who want to have a good time. Whole room of people chanting his name. We have some voicemails coming in. Of course, this is the Gary in San Diego voicemail line.
It's a bunch of crap. Swing and a miss. Rock and rolla.
Cow Photographer has some weird sex stories when he calls into the show.
Carl, Cow Photographer, speaking of cold vaginas, have I got a story for you? I was dating this chick one day, for a few days. She was into something called pseudo-necrophilia, where I would draw a romantic bath of ice-cold water and set her in it until she was shivering, and then I'd lift her out of it in my very strong arms and carry her through the threshold into the bed, and then I would warm her up with my dick inside of her. It's a lot of work, Carl. I don't recommend it, but I was a degenerate 20-something, so
Love ya.
Rosie Joe, you ever try that?
No, I haven't.
Pseudonecrophilia?
He didn't really say the results. Like, was it enjoyable? Was it a pleasant experience? Or
Cold
Well, he
vagina
did
is
say
a
it was
rarely
a lot of
pleasant
work.
experience.
It's a lot of work. But
Lucy, what's your experience with this pseudonecrophilia?
I'm so wet right now.
So you've done that before?
No.
You're a metalhead.
Oh my God.
Well, what else is going on here? Woke Bay. Woke Bay is going to give me some props here.
Hi, Carl and co-host. It's the Woke Bay. I just want to come back in and say that right when I thought you were getting a little too gay and I might have made a mistake giving you the fag passes, you go and totally fucking redeem yourself, dude. Recognizing that bisexual women don't exist and they're actually just women who are mad at their dad and will return to factory settings the moment an interesting guy kind of shows up is peak gay culture. And we appreciate that you recognize that. And I will say that your fag pass is safe for now, but you're still on thin ice, buddy. Anyways, love you. Don't come to school tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you very much, Woke Bay. I still have my fag pass that I use early and often.
Carl, you're looking at it the wrong way on Gino. He's a studio guy. He's not a YouTube guy. When he gets on the panel in the studio and he riffs, that's his strength. Now, his America First show, after 8 hours yesterday on YouTube, had 12 views. 12. 3 guys on it, or 4 and 12 views. Ouch. Peace.
I don't want to pile on, but yeah, it's just not working out. You know, at a certain point, you just got to recognize that it's not working
Can
out.
you give him the light on YouTube? Is that possible?
That's funny. Maybe I'll super chat him the light. Chaos Queen, $5. That funny computer noise used to happen when a phone would ring on silent and it would cause static. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it sounded like the old days of your phone
My
on your amp.
Yeah, a rehearsal.
Very
annoying. The Tommy Jordan says, Carl, you skipped the best part. Unlock those gates. What does that mean? Tommy, you okay, buddy? What's going on? Tommy and I made up from our AC interaction, I think, right, Tommy? We had a nice, pleasant conversation.
Are you guys in love also?
Shut up. What do you know?
Yes.
We know about love.
That was a yes.
Husey calling into the show.
Carl, it's Husey. Queens of the Stone Age stinks. Regarding your discussion on the preferred eating temperature of biscuits, what you Yanks call cookies, you don't want them hot out of the kiln. You want to put them in the deep freeze and then break them up with the chips into tiny pieces, and then drop them into a pint of Guinness and drink it right down. It's delicious. It'll change your life. Hit the like button. Oh, and watch the Dame Cast movie show on YouTube.
Okay, sounds good.
There was more accents there than the Duke of definitions.
I wonder who that could be promoting Dave Taft. Here's something that you'll appreciate, Chris.
Hey, Carl. Gonna be real quick here. Just gotta say, I love the fact you used the guy from Office Space to do the O in the episode number. Small details like that. That's why I love you. All right, smooches.
That's all producer Chris. He's the one who puts those together for us every episode.
It's a quality O.
It is a good O. I'll give you that. Do you guys remember the Rat Girls podcast we recently reviewed?
Yeah.
Carl, you little fuck. I did not enjoy the Rat Girl podcast. I do not want to hear about vaginal infections. That woman should be executed. She's ill and not fit for human consumption, I guess. Call me back.
Yeah, when she was talking about how her vagina has infections 11 times a year.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking gross.
And talking about how you should ride your lover's face with that vagina.
That was a separate video, but
that's what happened to Ray DeVito.
That's what Ray DeVito thinks happened to him. It's really just a nutsack on his face.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Go to patreon.com, sign up for the WATP packages. There's several. They're all excellent. Number 3 for ABC, episode C with Dr. Steve. What an awesome guest. Everyone loves him. He called John an ingrate. The last time I ever hear anybody say that is groundskeeper Willie in The Simpsons when he gets put on the boat and sent back to fucking Scotland. So you're surrounding yourself in good company. Love the show. Love the Patreon. All the bonuses. Everyone be well. Hugs and kisses. Bye.
Thank you. We don't talk about the Patreon enough on this show, to be honest with you. Patreon.com/who are these podcasts. And you know what I haven't done yet, which is very rude of me. Mike did a better job this morning, is I've not given a plug for Lucy. Once Over with Kaylee, of course, there's a Patreon that you can enjoy. Patreon.com/Once Over with Lucy.
With Kaylee.
With Kaylee.
C-A-Y-L-E-Y. You're doing great.
This is going great.
Man, Blind Mike is so much more professional than you.
I know.
Jeez.
I know. I get it.
God.
You were at the Barstool.
Yeah.
And we promoted that recently on, was it Point Dabble Point?
I think so, yes.
And people started signing up for it. I haven't heard any complaints.
They were very excited. There's a lot of fun stuff over there.
Yes. People make 3D printed toys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lucy puts them inside her.
It's true.
And you can find that at patreon.com/Once Over with Kaylee.
Yes.
I did it right that time. See?
Great job. I'm proud of you. Also on YouTube.
Well, yeah,
Not
I mean,
that-
you'll
not that
find,
part,
yes,
yeah.
you'll find your show
Not
on
that part.
YouTube. You talk about movies. Lucy does Dabbleverse.
The boring stuff.
You're going to do a DMCA strike episode.
I am. I was hoping to do that this past week, but I did not get around to it, so it will be this week. We're going to talk all about DMCA strikes, copyright claims, all of the bad, icky stuff, and how much YouTube sucks with all that stuff. So that'll be fun.
Mary Beth, what's happening in your house right now?
I don't know. This is what I live with.
All right, I'm muting you. It's getting very noisy over there.
In regards to Scorch, am I the only person who thought that he said boobs, booze, and Jews? I don't
Yes.
know. I'm fucking retarded. Whatever.
Is that the Lucy app? Boobs, booze, and Jews?
That actually is Once Over with Kaylee on Patreon.
That redirects. All right, I'll check it out. Oh, this is great. I think you guys are going to appreciate this.
Well, Rodney's club had done it. Old Satchel couldn't cut it, with Lady K smile talking all the while. Kumia got called a pedophile, and John threw down his coat upon the club's floor tile. We're talking dabblers from LA to Rochester. Dabblers, potatoes and mass wrestlers, Brennan and Vincent of the law. Stalin gathered the clips we saw. We're talking Shuley and Hackamania. Call me back.
Well played.
Amazing.
We're all fans over here. I'm going to unmute you, Rosie Joe.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, I
Things
think
calm
so.
down?
As soon as I think that, though, you never know.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Carl, you're not taking bathroom breaks after 4 hours of yapping on the internet? That's insane, dude. The greatest broadcaster in the world, Asmongold, he's taking bathroom breaks. You can give yourself a bathroom break. They'll hang out, buddy. It's okay. You don't have to give yourself a fucking bladder infection, you freak.
No bathroom breaks. That's the rule we have over here at WATP, right, Lucy?
I'm going to get in trouble.
Dipperson says, "Tss. What the fuck's a dabbler? Tss." Thanks, Dipperson. Laverne Mystic comes in again.
You never answered the portmanteau question. I need the Patrick Melton sound drop that I got you. Or Aaron's high-pitched scream, like Java. J on. Seva. Think contraction but names, like Brangelina.
I see. Okay. That makes more sense now.
I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo pussy is mighty cold.
That's another way to do what he was talking about. Just go to Alaska. Fuck those freezing vaginas. All right. This has went on way too long. Thank you so much, Lucy, for coming over.
Yes, thank
I know,
you.
I know you're talking about this all day.
I am.
All last night, all day today.
Yes.
Nonstop. And Rosie Joe, thanks for popping on.
Yes, thanks for having me. I think it's definitely time for me to go. Everyone's going a little crazy.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
It was nice
Yes,
seeing you,
thanks
Rosie.
for having me. Oh yeah, it was so much fun at the show.
We had a blast.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yep. I'm really glad that her and Brian ended up coming. And she was watching Blind Mike this morning and was going, "Oh, I know the answer to what was happening when you were staring at John lovingly." I'm like, "Oh, I'll send you the link. Come on WTP, and we can talk about it." And so, didn't that work out well? It sure did. It was great that Anthony came on. Check out Anthony Cumia. All right.
I got to go. Bye. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go.
Opie put out a tweet that was kind of cryptic. He's able to walk again or something like that. He's going to be back to live streaming soon. I don't know if he was hospitalized. There's a lot of rumors floating around, but that is very exciting. Opie might be back soon. Yay.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you go. There's your Dabbleverse news.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Bye.
Emergency show.
This is it. It's over. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, goodbye.
Bye. A plane has hit I Rewatch iCarly. Boom. His mom. Boom. Boom.
Bye, Brennan.
Okay, bye.
Oh, fuck off.